You are listening to the Horror Dads podcast. This is episode 136, Mike, and this is Love Letter to
Hold on a second, Mike. I think.
Wait, what do we have going on here?
Jesus Christ.
What's the matter?
Is,
It's always someone that fucks this up. Justin, don't try and jump in, okay, bud? We cut people off.
I
here,
thought I was going pretty good there.
It actually sounded the best it has in 5 years.
Honestly, it did.
Amazing.
To bring us back to home plate here, what we're actually doing is this is our annual Love Letter to Fall tradition, episode 136, as our good buddy Mike from the Alone in the Dark podcast had mentioned here. And this is the Love Letter to Fall Part 5 episode. And typically, we are joined for this episode by our good friend Justin Carolyne. Justin, say
Justin.
Hey guys, it's me, Justin Carolyne. I'm that friend.
Yes.
We're here. We're doing it.
You look majestic.
Thank you.
He does. Mike Boylan
So good.
from the Alone in the Dark podcast, kind of our mentors and good friends, is joining us as well. So we've got 2 additional add-ons today with Jamie and I. So Mike, welcome to the show again, man. Thank you for doing this with us.
Thank you guys for having. I think it was after I listened to part 4 last year, I sent you a text and I said, hey, next year, if you're looking to add somebody on, like, count me in, because as you guys know, I'm a huge fan of this season. You know what I mean? And like, it's just this episode, like I always say, like Halloween 4 is like dripping with fall. These episodes are dripping with fall. So I'm honored to be here tonight, and thank you guys for having me. And this, besides this being called the Love Letter to Fall, I think it should be called Love Letter to Fall. Jamie gets really drunk by the end of the episode.
Mike,
Would that be, Justin? Would that be a good
Mike,
description?
It's spot on, buddy.
Okay,
That's so cool
so
that you
let's
said that too.
let's see if he could top last year, maybe. You know,
It's
Let's see how it goes. Every year, I think the debauchery gets a little more deep.
Normally, if Jamie and I are doing an episode, like we'll have a couple beers, like like a responsible adult will do.
sure.
But for whatever reason, when we do this one, that's not what happens.
Yeah.
No,
So-
it's buds.
Yeah.
Going to a bar that is your basement,
But it's not a bar. It's
doing
a
shots.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
And then we just put it on tape and let me look like an ass. But it's fine.
No, it's all good. It's
Happy
all
to have
good
you here,
fun.
Mike.
Actually,
thank you.
I started to not look forward to these because the editing takes a lot longer.
It's probably a mess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably a mess. But I will say it is amazing. To Mike's point, John and Jamie did tell me that you hit them up after last year and you were like, hey, like, would love to be involved. And that's so cool, dude, because you guys are killing it over there. So this is sweet.
No, thank you. I just love fall, and just anything to talk about. You guys do really cool themes every year, and I knew you guys were going to pick something cool this year, and you did, and I'm super psyched to talk about it. So it's going to be super fun to talk about these films that sort of go with your theme.
Oh, dude. Absolutely.
Yeah, and I think everybody loves Halloween. There's a deep, like anyone in the horror community, almost everyone loves Halloween. But fall?
Yeah.
Everyone naturally loves fall, but not everyone talks about it. Mike is someone that I know fucking loves fall.
Loves fall.
And you and Maddie coined premature jack-o'-lantern, which is essentially is like you getting off on your fall rocks in like late August.
Yes, it's starting now to creep into late July, which is really crazy.
Which is like easy to do.
Yeah.
And so I love that term. I always think of you guys with fall, so it's only natural that you're here with us now. So let's fucking do it. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's talk a little bit real quick about the theme, though, and the format of the episode. So we've got 4 people. One would say, like, are you each going to talk about five movies, and are we going to be here for 15 hours? We might be here for 15 hours, but we're not.
It's a 48-hour episode, guys. So lock in. Let's go.
Yeah. Get your Barry. What's his name? Barry from Halloween 6.
Barry
Yeah.
Sims.
Yes, Barry Sims.
So this year's theme, though, is the Love Letter to Fall Part 5, the Horror Harvest Edition. So we're going to talk about films that are related to pagan rituals that might get a little witchy at times, that have that deep sort of occult type theme to it, which lends itself obviously to the harvest season, of course, right? So that's the prompt. And actually what we're doing, Jamie and I are just here to help facilitate. Jamie and I, your standard hosts, are going to have Mike and Justin each talk about 5 films. We're going to weigh in on them. We've all watched them, of course. So we're only going to talk about 10 movies, and they're all going to be themed with the kind of horror harvest moniker that we designed for this.
Yeah, this is essentially Wayne's World. I'm Garth, and these are our guests.
Why have you guys not done that for Halloween yet? That's actually perfect.
I don't know if anyone heard me at my daughter's softball game today yell "Game on, Garth" to the other guy.
Did you really?
I did.
That's amazing.
That is
No
good.
one did anything, in
No one
fact.
could.
And I was like, all right, well, maybe I didn't say it loud enough, or maybe I'm not funny.
It is
No, that's like me in those
2025.
scenarios all the time. I'll say something like that and nobody gets the reference. And I'm like, oh, I'm a loser.
Well, when you find that one person that gets your joke, though, it's like, that's my soulmate. And that's your
Yes,
Maddie,
totally.
right? So
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
For sure.
Everyone needs a Maddie.
Yep.
All right. So speaking of which, Mike, let's do a little preamble stuff before we jump into our film. So we will talk about those 10 movies. But before we do that, we're not going to do our traditional stuff. So for frequent listeners, we normally cover what we're watching, buying, wearing, family stuff. In the interest of time, we're not going to do all of that. However, Mike, introduce yourself. You're part of the Alone in the Dark podcast. You've been on here a few times with your counterpart, Maddie, who we love dearly. But please, what is it that you do, bud? Tell everybody.
Well, I'm a co-host with Maddie, as you said, John, for the Alone in the Dark horror podcast. And we kind of been doing like a single format podcast for a while now. We were doing like a kind of list for forever, and we switched it up. I'm also a dad. I have twins that are 20 years old. I'm a teacher. I'm a film and TV production teacher. And yeah, and I just love movies and love horror movies, and I love the fall. You know what I mean? So yeah. So thanks for having me.
You forgot one thing, though. You're also a massive fucking inspiration because, again, Jamie and I, we always say this, and
Thrill.
we're gonna blow smoke directly up your butt here. But like, in all reality, we probably would not have a podcast if it weren't for you and Maddie. You guys inspired us, and you've been great coaches and mentors and friends along the way. So this is I know it's an honor per you to be here, but it's an honor per us to have you here. So thanks, man.
Well, thank you. No, I appreciate that. And that's really sweet of you guys to say. But honestly, Matt and I just started the podcast as a reason to hang out together back in 2014, believe it or not. So,
Well,
so we're just keeping it going. You know what I mean? And we're still having fun. So we'll keep going until it's fun. But it's sweet of you to say that we inspired you guys, because you guys are doing such a great job, and love your podcast and what you do. And your topics and your interviews and everything. It's awesome. You know what I mean? So thank you.
we appreciate that. And I remember seeing a photo from you guys, your very first episode. I think it was in did you say Maddie's dad's house or
Maddie's
your
dad's apartment? Yeah.
Like
Uh-huh.
kitchen
And it's
or
like
whatever, right?
Yeah.
It's just the most bare bones of setup.
So
Totally.
And it's amazing, dude. It's amazing
Yeah.
because everyone just sees this and they see what you have now going on and they're like,
Sure.
yep, that's what it is.
Are you at Elvira's house right now?
It's
Yeah.
amazing setup.
It's like, no, it takes a long time. It took you a long time to get to where you're at. And you guys
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
have been crushing it along the way. Love it.
Well, thank you. No, we're having fun,
So much
That's
fun.
what's important.
And what I love now is like you guys were on this slow fucking and steady train track that you were just going down the track at your own pace. And since you've gone single format, you guys have really been turning up the dial, and I love it. I love your
Oh, the
I'm
frequency.
sure
Yep.
life changes too, right? Kids get older and less
Oh, yeah.
less driving around and shit.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you're talking about coaching a softball game. You know what I mean? My daughter's working right now, so she like drove herself, and my son
Right.
goes to school at Berkeley College of Music in Boston. So he's not home right
Oh,
now.
yeah.
So it's just me and my wife, you know what I mean? So I'm just like, all right, hon, go downstairs. You know what I mean? It's just, it's different. It's different living as you get older and you have kids,
Sure.
you know what I mean? And you guys will see that at some point,
Yeah, we've been on the reverse of that, where we started off with toddlers who would go to bed and we could come down and drink beers and do this as much as we wanted.
Right.
And we cranked out 100+ episodes just like it was nothing.
Yeah. You were like,
And
all
then
this great
lately-
time. Yeah.
Lately, it's been like once a month. It's just harder
Yeah.
now with sports and everything. So
Plus, the video format's been an adjustment big time for our workflow.
Right, the work.
Yeah. Definitely. Yep.
It's been really cool to see you guys shift over to that, though. I will say from a
Yeah, I think it makes a difference. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Justin,
All right, enough glazing each other here.
yeah,
Yes.
well, let's glaze a little of Justin's yams.
Let's
from
stroke.
Oh, yeah,
Let's stroke
Justin.
Justin for a
Your
little
turn
while.
to get glazed.
My ham hocks.
So, Justin, you've been a longtime buddy of ours and incredible musician, incredible artist,
Oh, thanks, man.
also horror enthusiast.
Yeah.
What have you been up to, dude?
Yeah, nothing. I feel like every year I say the same thing. It's just preparing for Halloween, decorating, riding the motorcycle for a couple more weeks until we got to put it away, and
Dude, it's like,
getting excited. Yeah.
isn't it
for-
crazy how like you're Corey and I'm the girl's name I can't remember from that
Allison.
franchise? Yeah,
Allison.
just clutching behind you.
The funny thing is, I'm not even like I'm
Smooth
not even a
rider.
full motorcycle rider. I'm still like very safe about it because I'm only like 4 years into it. But it's so much fun in the fall. It's a blast. I just want
This is the time to ride, right, Justin?
It is, yeah. It's a great time, and especially
What
in
do you have?
Ohio,
What bike do you have, bud?
I've got a 1969 Honda CB 175. So it's a little guy, but like she gets up to like 70 pretty comfortably. After that,
She gets up.
after that starts
her
to-
name?
starts that no name yet. Actually, I gotta put.
Okay.
I gotta
Well,
put
you gotta
a name
name
on
her
it.
Allison at this
Yeah,
point.
I
I
Fuck.
know, right?
think a Helen or something would be good.
Helen. That's
Helen
like
the Honda.
okay.
But
Agnes.
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 But that's about it, man. Yeah, we just doing that, working. Yeah, I'm a brand and UI designer, so that's my main focus. And a couple of my friends and I also have a diner in Cleveland that we run. But outside of that, it's always looking forward to doing this. You know, every fall,
Oh, dude, of
it's
course.
what are we gonna talk about? What are we gonna do? So this is so awesome to have not only like a new person involved this year, but also somebody who's like got the experience that you do, Mike. This is gonna be such a blast.
I don't know if
So
it's
I've been telling
experience or
people at
just
home.
age, you know.
I'm very I'm very excited about it though.
No, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, the other thing I guess is just my street just finished up our historic haunts every year. Mike, I think we've talked about it before, but every year my street does the local theater acts on our porches,
That's so
different
cool.
moments of haunted history in Cleveland.
No way.
So
They drop a fucking bed and they recreate the Exorcist
gets
scene
pretty-
and they're
Yeah,
throwing
right?
up all over your porch.
it gets pretty wild. It's nothing like crazy or violent, but it's pretty cool to see them do it. This is the first year I couldn't volunteer, but I did get to check it out. And it was really sweet. So
What do
I-
they normally do, Justin? Like in terms of like
some of it's just honestly just history. Like they talked about Garrett Morgan, and Garrett Morgan invented two very very important things. He invented the gas mask and also the stoplight, and he's from Cleveland, Ohio. So they talk about that, and then they'll shift into something a little bit scarier. So they'll go back and forth. So it's like educational and then scary.
oh cool.
Wow.
That's really cool.
It's fun. Yeah, it's a good time. That's why I
That's
moved to my
neat.
street. I bought the worst house on the best street
Makes sense.
to
There
fix
you
it
go.
up. It wasn't
I
stressful.
bought the worst house on the
On the
best
best street.
street.
Yeah.
The best Halloween street, I guess. But that's it, guys. Yeah.
So
That's awesome.
speaking of streets, so Mike, you've recently moved, right, buddy?
Yeah. Yeah. I moved same town, just moved to a smaller house because we had the coolest house. It was like an old Victorian, 3-story, 8 bedrooms. It was way too big for us, but when we got it, the market was still kind of low, you know what I mean? And it was the best house for trick-or-treating. I was like the house that all the kids
Dude.
talked about. And it's sad, you know, but I still do a really good job of decorating the new house. It's just a smaller version of our house, basically. It has like a porch and stuff, but it's not, you know, it's like 2 stories and 3 bedrooms as opposed to 3 stories. And, you know, it's kind of sad. It's funny. We did a video on Patreon where I like documented me decorating the one year. I don't know if you guys ever caught that, but I went back and watched that just for nostalgia, and it just like made me kind of sad. You know, I was like, oh, because it was so fun. Like, and I'll never forget. This is kind of, I think I was listening to you guys once while I was hanging this ghost like across my driveway. This is just one of those weird random memories. Remember you guys talking about Once Bitten or something like that in your podcast? I think I remember texting you guys or something like as I was decorating, and it's just like a nice memory. You know what I mean? Like.
It was a love letter to fall too. I remember.
Yeah,
you
I think it
texting
was.
distinctly,
So
and you're
cool.
like, "Hey, I listened to the new episode while I decorated for Halloween today. Like, great job."
Yeah,
I definitely remember that.
Yeah, it was fun. So anyway, so yeah, I'm in a smaller house, but it's still great. You know what I mean? It's perfect for us, so it's good.
Do you ever find yourself driving past the old house?
I don't, because it makes me
Stopping
sad.
and
You know what I
It's
mean?
gotta hurt. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hurt, and it's really close. That's the thing. Like literally, it's just up the hill from my house. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't. And you know, we kind of know the family that moved in, and they're really nice, and they have like younger kids, and I'm just happy for them because it's like it was such an amazing house for my kids to grow up in, and great memories and stuff. So I'm excited that somebody else is enjoying it. You know?
That's nice, dude. You got
Yeah.
pictures too, so like always
Yeah,
keep
of
that in mind.
course.
Got
Yeah,
pictures and
totally.
memories in the house. That's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was exciting to, you know, figure out how I was going to decorate this house and do all that kind of stuff. You want to hear something crazy? I don't know if you saw it on my story, but the other day I come home from work and there's a box from Home Depot, and it's like the 3.5-foot Chucky animated, like animatronic doll, brand new.
Yeah.
What?
No shipping label on it, nothing.
What do you
Except
mean?
there was a label from Home Depot and it had my name, but they spelled my last
Just
name
showed up.
Boolin, like BOO, which when we do our Halloween party, we always say like the Boolin
Boolin.
Halloween party. So I'm like, it's got to be someone that knows me. So it took me 2 days, but I found out it's my friend Luann, who's like really into Halloween too. And her and her wife can't come to our Halloween party. And she always buys, like she has a ton of decorations. So she bought me this Chucky animatronic. So now it's on my porch. With like a strobe light on it. It's fucking cool. His
That's
eyes
so
move and everything.
Awesome.
It's
I would've
so
thrown that
awesome.
fucking
It's
thing in
really
the-
you have a friend that just like
I know.
You have a friend that just thought
Fucking
about like,
Chucky
I'm gonna
shows
send
up
this
at
to
your
Mike.
door. Trash. I
Well,
mean,
the best was I had to
Yeah.
text my wife and be like, I didn't buy this. You know what I mean? Like someone gifted
It's
it to
actually
me
alarming.
because I thought she was gonna be like, "You're lying. That's you bought that." You know
She's
what I
like,
mean? I
"Is
was
there
like,
a
"No."
question in here, or are these only statements?" You know, she's like, "You're just presenting a defense."
Yeah, but it
Yeah,
was
it's-
so awesome. So like, stuff like that is just like, wow, Halloween, yay, So
That's awesome.
yeah.
So, Mike, why don't we hit a couple of your traditions?
Sure.
We've talked a lot about our collective stuff. Ours have changed and continue to evolve as our kids get older. But hit us with some of yours, man. Like, what time of year do you normally decorate? Last night I think I had an actual argument with my wife because I was like, "Hey, I want to go watch a movie on the projector." She was like, "It's 40 degrees outside. Like, get fucked.
Yeah.
I'm not going out there. Like, I
Right.
don't care." And I'm like, "Yeah, no, but I'll do a fire." She's like, "I hear what you're saying, but I'm also
Yeah.
not like we're
Yeah.
just don't talk about it anymore. I'm not going out."
Right. Right.
So, anything in your space that's like tradition for you, I guess?
Yeah, well, we have like an outdoor theater in our yard that I had at the old house and I built down at the new house here. So we definitely watch movies out there, which is really nice. And it's not as cold as you guys are right now, but it's getting there.
Oh, that's awesome.
So that's
Yeah.
a fun tradition. I watched Halloween 6 was the first movie I watched.
Perfect.
The producer's cut, actually.
Oh, there you
A
go.
couple
Yeah.
weeks ago. And then the biggest tradition with my family that we've been doing since I've been doing even before the kids, actually Maddie and I started going, was going to Salem, Massachusetts every year. And it's such a special place. If anybody likes Halloween, it's like the town to go to. So we've been taking our kids every single year, my wife and I, since they were babies. And we still go. So what's great is now my son, I mentioned before, goes to Berklee College of Music right in Boston. It's like probably like a 35-minute train ride north from Boston. So we went up and my cousin from California and her son flew in to meet us there. And we just spent the weekend. It was the last weekend in September. And my son took the train up and we all got to hang out and go through haunted houses and just do fun Salem stuff and, walk by some of the Hocus Pocus locations. And it's like
so
the
awesome.
coolest town. You know what I mean? It's so cool. So we've been doing that forever. So I'm so glad that we still get to do it. And, I'm hoping that even when the kids are, they're like, when they're like really, really adults, they're adults, but like, they'll still be like, all right, dad wants to go to Salem again. He's got the walker now.
There's going to be that obligation,
We should low key not try and like ruin any plans here. We should find out when Mike goes next year. And we should go next year as well.
Oh, that would be amazing. You guys would love it.
Like we've
You're
talked
here
about
for
this.
ice cream too? He's like, "What the fuck are you guys doing?"
Dude,
here?
that would be so fun.
It's like grabbing his kids, like, "Get behind me, guys. Get behind me."
No, stop it. No,
We were
Salem is
talking about it
awesome.
At Horror Hound, we're like, we gotta go, man. Like it'd be so good, but I don't know if it's too busy during Halloween. So that's cool that you go every year. So we'll figure out what the best time is.
Sneak
and
in your
just
backpack.
go. Yeah.
Yeah, be fun. Honestly, we've like when the kids were young, we used to go like mid-October. But in the past like 15 years, it's crazy how busy it's gotten there.
Yeah.
So now we've worked our way back to the last weekend in September. And that's like the sweet spot because it's like busy, but not like too busy. And there's still like tons of Halloween stuff going on. It's not like half the town's closed. It's like all full on, but it's just not the crazy crowds. Cause like you go in October, that's the best time to go, obviously for the weather and stuff. But you go in October, it's like you can't even move. It's really bad. You know what I mean? So that last weekend in September is the sweet spot. You know what I mean? For anybody that wants to go and not be like jam packed with people.
We'll see you in 2026 then for sure.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
that'd be fun.
My neighbor was just telling me his nephew, who lived in Boston and now lives in Salem.
No way.
In last year, he was here in the summer visiting my neighbor, and then came over and mulched my entire yard for me without my asking or any. Like, it was the kindest gesture ever. He's like, "Oh yeah, no, he's living in Salem now." I was like, "Can I inconvenience him one more time, perhaps?" God damn.
But did the mulch that he put down, was it cursed from like a witch's spell?
It hasn't stopped sparkling like the vampires in Twilight, so I don't know. It's weird. Yeah,
Coffin shredded up.
it's an old shredded coffin.
That's it. Yeah, that's what it is. It's not mulch.
Oh man. So do we want to hit real quick what we've been watching? Everyone want to touch on something like related to this time of year real quick before we jump into our movies, maybe?
Sure.
Yeah.
Justin, why don't you do the honors, man? Anything?
Perfect. I thought you'd never ask. Yeah, I think right now, I don't know if this is like a seasonal thing. I mean, we watch this all the time, all of us, I'm sure, but Tales from the Crypt has just jumped up a notch this month.
Yep. Oh yeah.
For sure. And I did just rewatch Trick or Treat recently
Yes.
and found out that next week
Yeah.
it's coming back to theaters next week.
I know. Maddie and I are going. I'm so
Sick,
excited.
okay. So I'm gonna
Tuesday,
try
I
and go
think
on
it's
the fourth-
playing.
Yeah, it's Tuesday
Yeah.
and Thursday.
Yes.
So I'm gonna try and go see that next week. So yeah, it
Yeah.
was,
Capitol Theater.
I wish, John. They're doing it at Valley View
Okay.
in Crocker Park, but a couple spots. So that's cool that Mike knows about it too.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
we're going
just
too. So
hell
pumped.
yeah, dude! I'm so excited to see that on a big.
Because that
screen.
was never in theaters, and that's what's so cool
No.
about that movie. That movie went was supposed to be in theaters, and then it got
Right.
shuffled out.
What is it? 2007?
I think so. Yeah.
Something
Bless
like
you.
that. That's crazy that it never saw a big screen. No sneezing.
I know.
Or-
So to see it on the big screen, that's gonna be fun. So Justin,
It's either
that's gonna be
sneezing
cool
or
as hell.
slurring. So you pick one.
but yeah, that's it. That's it. Just Tales from the Crypt
Sneezing,
and
please.
just went back through Trick or Treat, and it's just
Yes.
I'm gonna probably watch it again. Let's be honest, after I see it in the theaters.
Of
Are
course.
you fucking
Hell
kidding
yeah.
me right now? The problem is, I'll sit on your lap the whole time.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Share with us.
Go
So,
ahead,
you're
bud.
gonna go see.
So we found that Elm Road Drive-In, our local drive-in, is doing it's called Wicked Weekend 2025. That's next weekend. And they have 3 screens at this drive-in, which is pretty sick. Like most have 1 or 2, right?
Yeah. Usually it's
So
two,
this
right?
one, screen 1 is going to be, and each is going to do 3 movies. So screen 1 is going to be Casper, Corpse Bride, and Beetlejuice. So that's a good one for the kids. Screen 2 is going to be Black Phone 2, Halloween 2. And then the third movie's to be announced. And then that screen 3 is going to be Tron, followed by Nightmare on Elm Street 2.
Oh wow.
Which is pretty awesome.
Did you say
That's cool.
Tron followed by Nightmare?
Yeah,
on Elm
that's
Street?
weird. I
that's,
don't know what that's
that's
about, but-
bizarre. Yeah.
They had to sneak a new movie in there, right?
Wait a second, but why Tron and why Nightmare 2?
I don't know. Maybe because Jared Leto's in the first one, in Tron.
And what?
Yeah, what? Yeah, is
I
there
don't know.
another?
I don't know where
Is
I
there
was
another
going.
step
No,
to this?
I don't know.
What's the connection?
We can stretch
He's
on
kind
it.
of spooky. I don't know.
He is.
That's
definitely
true.
something.
He's
That
a creep.
guy.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
He was an urban legend. Yeah.
He was.
That's true.
My So-Called Life as well.
Yes.
Jordan Catalano.
Yes.
Mike, what about you, man? What's your typical trip? Like, how do you normally break in the season? Like, what's the first a Band-Aid you rip off?
You know, I kind of saved the Halloween series till now. You know what I mean? Now I'm like full in. So I've been AMCing anytime I come home from school, I just AMC's
Dude,
on. And
same.
I'm just like, oh, let's see
Fear
what's on.
Fest,
All
yeah.
right, great.
My wife is
So
like,
fear-
will you quit turning this on every TV in the fucking house?
I know,
Like,
but
what do you
you
mean?
have to, right?
It's like, yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
mean? Yeah.
So I'll usually start with like Sleepy Hollow, Tim Burton. You know, I'll kind of like ease in with that, and then there's a couple others I'll throw in there. But there's one movie that I mentioned on our last podcast that I don't know if you guys heard about. There's this movie called Night of the Reaper on Shudder.
Yeah.
It's really good, and
It is good. Yeah.
I've been kind of promoting it. You saw it, Jamie? Yeah, I thought it was cool. Like compared to like what Shudder usually puts out, which sometimes they kind of rush some movies and the quality's not great and the acting's not great. I thought Night of the Reaper was pretty solid, you know, as far as like a cool sort of like mystery horror, you know, and I thought the acting was good and I thought it was shot really well too, which is always my thing that's sort of my pet peeve when I watch one of those movies and everything just looks like too good, almost like video or something. You know what I mean? So this one was cool. I was pleasantly surprised. So I've been kind of pushing that one to a lot of people, you know?
Dude, hell yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Add it to the list now. Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's
I've
yeah,
been
that's a watch.
scrolling past it. I'm like, maybe. But now I
Yeah,
know.
no, it's cool. It's like pretty simple story wise, and it's I liked it. I really appreciated it, you know?
I think there was a few things like the ending is a little, but if you take it as a whole package,
Sure.
good.
What about you, James?
I've been doing the AMC thing as well, and then I did like Beetlejuice 1 and 2 today.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, which is
Wow.
dude, those are the best, like just perfect fall movies.
Kiss you on the cheek.
So fun.
Yeah, I know that you love those, but yeah, I was so fucking excited for AMC Fear Fest this year, and I just miss it. It's honestly it's my favorite thing, especially when they do the Halloween, and they
Oh,
always
yeah.
do them wonky as fuck. Like the very first day they started with Halloween a marathon, but
Yep.
they started with 4 and 5,
Right.
which
Yeah.
makes zero fucking sense why they do
I
it this
know.
way. But I kind of love it.
Yeah.
Because as people who don't need to watch that in any sort of order anymore,
Right.
it's fun to just kind of watch it go, see
And if
what's going to
you-
come next, you know?
If you really think about it, like the sequence of 4, 5, and 6, not to get too far into this, but like that storyline feel like it's pretty contiguous for a longer period of time than like watching 1 and 2, for example. And
Yes.
then everyone's like, all right, cool. I'll throw on 3. And if they don't know, then they're like, wait, what happened?
Yeah.
Which obviously we all adore 3, but I'd say, for AMC that makes sense. Like just
Yeah.
throw it on in that order.
And like today they were doing a Friday or Nightmare on Elm Street marathon, and it ended with,
with
part
Jared
5
Leto.
for some fucking reason.
Jared Leto in part 2, yeah.
Yeah. And then as soon as it ended, Halloween 3 came on.
Yes.
And I was watched it for like the 4th time already. And just so pumped. Like I'm just loving all these
I know.
movies. I love the
I know.
commercials,
Yeah. That's what's cool is
Yeah.
like we talked about this before, I think. It's like to have the commercials in there, it just makes it kind of fun and special. You know what I
It
mean?
makes it. Yeah, I have all these movies on Blu-ray, but it's just not the same as getting that touch of nostalgia of watching TV and
Yeah.
having commercials and
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
How about you, John? What have you been watching? What are your traditions, dude?
So tradition wise, I don't know why I went out of order this year, but like I was actually just talking about this on the last podcast, but like I was comfortable this year watching Halloween as a family. So like my whole family watched it. So my
No
kid,
way.
we
First
went through it.
time?
First time as a family. Yeah.
Wow.
So like
How'd that
first
go?
time my kids have seen.
Cool.
It was great. We did it outside, projector screen. We redid our patio this summer and it took forever and like finally was done. So like my wife is oftentimes is like, are you going to come in
Yeah.
today at any point? So I've been using the shit out of it. And so we did it as a family, but same deal last night. Like my kids they were off school today. So we had to stay up later than usual evening last night, did the same thing, did a movie setup. It was cold. We did a fire and we've been watching through this show called Freakish. I don't know if,
Oh, I've heard about it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think I watched that. I'm not sure.
I mean, it's not a good show if you're an adult, but it's a good show for
Right.
younger kids. And so we've been working through that and it's fun. It's like, it's just fun to see my kids like ask questions and be like, so wait, a zombie, if it does the following, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I have so much information to share with you on this. Like, thank you for asking. Sit
That's
down.
awesome.
Yeah, so it's been pretty great.
That's
Cool.
super fun.
Really fun. All right, last question before we jump to our movies. Everyone have Halloween costumes planned?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Mike, what are
I
you
have
going to be,
two.
man?
Well, I have 2 because we dress up at school and we always do like a theme at school. The teachers kind of like come up with some sort
cool.
of theme. So the
Dude,
theme this year
you're
for
probably the coolest
teachers,
teacher. That's
yeah,
awesome.
it's a cool school. It's awesome. The theme this year for teachers is we all have to dress up like anything that's like school related, like from a movie or so like a teacher or a student. So it's kind of like wide open at this point, So
I'm
I'm
going to
good.
be the coach from the faculty or something.
Oh
No, I'm actually not going horror this year for both of my costumes actually, but well, that's not true. Sort of horror for the other one, I'll tell you. But so I'm going to dress as what's his name? One of the guys, I forget, is it Lewis from Revenge of the Nerds?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to go with that. So I got the sweater with the with the frat thing on it. I forget what frat he's in, but
Yeah.
and I have the pocket protector and the glasses, and
Great.
so I'm going to do that, which is kind of fun. You know what I mean?
Perfect. You
Because
could have
I
done part
always
2,
loved
the
those
beach
movies
theme.
growing up. What's that?
You could have done part 2, the beach theme.
Yes, exactly.
God.
Yeah.
Get some sunscreen on your nose,
Yes. And then we always have a Halloween party. So I convinced my wife and then she convinced her friends who have husbands and stuff. So we're going to do a Ghostbusters theme. But I initially pitched my wife. I was like, you should be Dana and I should be Louis Tully because the Keymaster and she was like, at first she's like, yeah. But then her friends were like, well, we could dress as Ghostbusters. And so she's like, all right, I guess we'll do it. So she's going to be Dana and I'm going to be Louis Tully. And I ordered the thing he's wearing on his head.
Yeah.
With So I was like, it's funny. I've never been a Ghostbuster. And I was like, should I be a Ghostbuster? But I'm like, no, this is more fun. Like I can just dress like a geek. So I'm being a geek for both my costumes this
Cool.
year.
Mike, I've got a life-size Vigo the Carpathian painting at my
Do
house.
you really?
I will I'll send it to you. You can borrow it. You ship it back within the next 5 or 6 months. We'll be good to go.
Oh my God. That's so funny. That's awesome.
It honestly, like however big you think the print is he's talking about, like
I'm sure
it's significantly larger. It's fucking huge.
What's cool is there's a this bar restaurant we go to in Salem every year. They had a Vigo on the wall, a huge one, framed and everything.
Dude.
It was so cool. And I was like, oh my God. I was
you
like, I
see it,
love
you're
this
like,
town.
That's fucking cool.
I love that.
Yeah.
So cool.
Justin's
How
gonna
about-
pop out of your toilet dressed as Slimer, and you're gonna be like,
Yeah,
"What
exactly.
are you doing in my house? Why
Yeah,
are you dressed
yeah.
like that?"
Oh my gosh. What are you guys being? I'm so excited to hear.
I don't know what I'm being yet.
You don't have a costume pick? Justin, do you, buddy?
I've been thinking about it, and it depends on if you're gonna have a Halloween party or not, John.
Oh no, we definitely are.
All right.
That same Saturday before.
Okay, perfect, lovely.
Cool. I was told no.
Then
so-
if that's the case,
Yeah, I forgot to tell everyone about this.
yeah,
Sorry.
this is news.
He always does this. Yeah.
See you in 2 weeks. But go ahead.
Hey, I think I'm gonna be Aunt Gladys from Weapons.
Dude,
I'm
it's
sure
funny.
there's gonna be like 19 of those.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. As soon as we saw that movie, we all said, like,
You
me
know
and
it.
my wife and my friends were like, everyone's gonna be Aunt Gladys this year.
Yeah.
This is so great. You know what I mean?
I just love being a weird like little old lady. Like I don't know why I can play that well, but I can.
With your beard and everything, that's gonna be
Yeah,
awesome.
well, I'll shave it. I'll shave it for sure.
Will you really?
Put some, yeah, I'll
Dude,
shave it
That's
off.
cool.
He goes in. Okay, so my couple things. One year, Justin dressed up as Bernie from Weekend at Bernie's, and
Yeah.
Fucking
that-
love it. That's
that
so
year
great.
the Halloween party was at Jamie's house.
Yeah.
He showed up.
I didn't tell you I was coming actually.
Didn't tell
I said-
anyone.
He was a question mark on whether he was going to attend.
Right.
He showed up and sat in a chair on the front porch method acting for, it was like almost 2 hours.
No one knew he was there.
Shut up. Did Justin,
think
did you
someone
really
was
just
like-
sit there for 2 hours?
Why are there cans underneath that chair? And I think he was just like slugging beers because he was like fucking sitting
in
out there
between,
waiting.
like when people weren't looking at him?
Yeah. And he was just Bernie out there. So he goes in. as
Yeah.
That's,
deep as
I
he can.
really appreciate that. I love that.
Sometimes it
That's so
works.
cool.
He did a Lieutenant Dan one year that was fucking.
Oh, that's
awesome.
fun.
I
Yeah.
sat on
Yeah.
my legs for the whole night. It really.
That
He
must
also
have
like
been
bought a
painful.
wheelchair. So
Yeah.
that's not an insignificant expense.
Yeah,
No.
you gotta commit
Oh,
sometimes.
You know
that's
what my
all.
favorite one was though?
Oh God.
It was the Dr. Pepper.
Little sweet.
Little Sweet.
Oh,
yeah.
Little Sweet
What's
fun?
this?
You remember Little Sweet from the?
Oh, yes, from the
Dr.
commercials?
Yes. He was
Shut
Little
up.
Sweet.
Justin, really?
He was
Yeah.
doing it all night, dude. It was perfect.
My dad was there for some reason. He was like, he was so smitten by it too. He was like kissing Justin on the head. He's like, this is the cutest
Oh my
crossover I've fucking
God.
seen.
He also helped discover Justin on the front porch of my house doing Bernie.
Bernie,
He
yeah.
loved that. He wouldn't
Yeah.
quit talking about it.
Yeah.
He's a
You
dead
see,
guy
oh,
on your
Justin, the guy
porch.
doing that? Yeah,
What the hell's this guy doing out here?
he loved it.
Anyways,
That's
yeah.
funny.
So that's
oh
it.
my
pretty much.
gosh.
God. So
John, what have you
Jamie,
been
you're
doing?
still
Little
shopping through
Sweet,
ideas. You got
goddamn.
any ideas?
I honestly, I was thinking if we did it here, maybe I would do Barry Sims because I've been watching
Ooh.
Halloween just so fucking
Dude,
much.
Oh,
that
And I
was
was like,
you
but
could
if
do
I
the
do it,
trench
I
coat?
have to like, everyone's gonna see my nipples all night long because I'm gonna keep doing
well,
it, right?
but you're gonna have to.
Hello, Haddonfield.
You
I'm just
can
gonna
do
keep
it.
doing it. People are gonna be like, "Shut the fuck up! Quit showing me your nipples."
I love it, though.
Hair color's kind of like spot on too. You
Yeah,
can do
just
it.
grow my mustache out.
Yeah,
be good to
master
go.
Dude,
mustache.
no, you know what we could do is we could use a bobby pin and put pepperonis on the outside of your shirt.
Oh,
You know?
that's a great idea.
No.
I don't
Yep.
know. I like
No, we're
Jamie.
going all in.
Jamie's going all
Yeah,
in.
full
Hard
on.
nipples
Like
all
say.
night long.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
like
I don't know.
Goddamn right, my pepperoni in it.
Pepperoni. Come on, John.
Yeah, Jesus, your dog will be attacking me all night
Oh,
long.
could you
God.
Maybe
imagine?
that's why I said it.
Honestly, he would be like, all right, well, another snack. Another
Make a
treat.
stack of them. Spread out.
So I left my costume entirely up to my kids. I told them, I said, figure out what you guys want to do. We'll do it as a family.
Yeah.
So I think with what everyone would expect, they're definitely going Stranger Things, especially with the last season
Oh,
coming
yeah.
out in November.
Fun.
So
Makes sense.
I'm waiting for my assignment. I haven't received it yet, but I heard them talking about Steve this year, which I don't think I'd be a good Steve, but I'm more of a Hopper, but we'll see.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool. That's super
Cool.
fun.
Yeah.
Love it.
Perfect.
All right. You guys want to get into some movies?
Let's get into it. I
Yeah.
think everyone can see what we're wearing. What are you wearing, Mike?
Oh, I
yeah.
got my Terror Threads Halloween 4 shirt in white,
Dude.
which, I've said it a million times. I'm just not a black t-shirt kind of guy. So when I
Yeah,
see a
weird.
white shirt pop up, I got to go for it. And especially Halloween 4 is like one of my favorite movies. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Perfect.
Mhm.
No, that shirt's clean as hell. That's awesome.
I love it.
That's
Yeah,
a
it's
great
so
one.
fun. I'm wearing the
And then-
crap out of it already.
John, I think we have a couple cavity colors going on. What do you got, bud?
Yeah, I went with my Scream pumpkin carving tee. This is
Yes.
I don't think
you
this
bought me that.
You
one
wore
as
that
well.
last year for part 4.
Oh, did I?
Yes.
What's a
Because I
perfect?
just listened to that one. You mentioned that
There we
shirt.
go.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm doing cavity
Tradition's
colors.
alive.
Every day is Halloween.
Yeah.
He does these every year, so it's always like a different design. And I don't remember what year this is, but I love this design.
Mhm.
What do you got, Dusty? Yours is like the best one.
I don't know about that. I've got Graveyard Goods, Mortal Kombat. I mean, we got the new movie coming out here soon. I think it got delayed. It's no big deal.
Going
It's got
full
Carl Urban in- on the right side. We've got Scorpion. Left side, we've got Sub-Zero.
Oh, that's cool.
He loves my printed sleeves usually.
Yeah.
But yeah,
What's
Mortal
it say on the
Kombat.
back?
I think it says, is this more
Fatality.
Fatality,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's
Does it
fun.
say
Fat
finish
boy.
him or-
I don't know
or-
why.
But I love this movie growing up. I still love this movie.
So good.
So I'm excited about them doing the second one. They kind of stuck to it and decided to dig in a little more. So I'm pumped.
Nice.
All right, let's do this. All right, so we are gonna jump back into just our films, right? So we're gonna start talking. We're gonna volley back and forth. We're gonna go from Mike to Justin, go through 10 films. So Mike, we'll give you the honors to start, man, since you're new to this portion of our show, I guess.
Yeah.
So we'll give you the honors, buddy.
A little refresher,
great.
John, on what our
our topic. Yeah. So we're going horror harvest, as I mentioned. So we just thought unmistakable chills in the air now, right? It's descended upon us.
Yep.
We're getting ready to harvest all of our veggies, right? We get the corn is on the goddamn cob at this point. Our scarecrows are out there. We have the hay. We are
surplus of soybean.
surplus. Does anyone need a tomato or 7,000? Because they're all ready at the exact same time, as are the peppers. So let us know. But all of that aside, this is the horror harvest edition. So we're gonna do the paganism, occultism,
Cult, yeah.
you know, that kind of vein. So films that kind of focus on that. So I guess strategy wise, like, what was your approach for you guys as you pick these films?
Man, Justin, what do you got?
Rip it. Okay, yeah. So for me, it was just honestly all about the idea of like thinking about going through more or less like a fall fun day or a cornfield, and like you're having a blast, and you're thinking about what's the worst thing that could happen, and then all these movies start to pop up in your head. Those are the movies that I kind of ended up like gearing my head towards.
What's the worst thing that could happen?
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's Halloween, it's fall. Let's get weird with it. But also, I wanted to make sure I wasn't repeating myself because I've done that a couple times. Not a bad thing, but I've done it a couple times. So I decided to dig a little deeper to a couple movies I've always been interested in seeing, but have not seen. So
Yeah.
there's one or two on my list like that.
There's one on your list that I had never seen and I watched, and holy shit.
I think I know which one it is.
Yeah.
I think we all had that reaction, Mike. So
Yes.
can't wait to get there.
What the
I'm
fuck
glad
is that movie about?
I was like so afraid you guys would be like, this is amazing. But we'll get there anyway.
No. No, I don't think anyone's.
I was so afraid.
Yeah. I was like, oh God. I went, it's funny. I feel like Justin went more harvest and I went more cult. You know what I mean? Like we're both cultish, but like mine are definitely more on the cult side of things. You know what I mean? Like ritual cult kind of stuff. So it's kind of, I think we have a nice kind of yin yang thing going on with your theme, you know?
Totally. That's what I love about it's not an open topic. It's a pretty not too generalized. It's not super
focused,
specific, but I like how people have different takes on it. So it was cool seeing your guys' list, and I'm excited to talk about these films.
Definitely.
All right, so Mike, you want to kick us off, buddy, with your first one?
Sure. My first film is House of the Devil from 2009.
Ooh, dude.
One thing leads to another.
Oh.
The song's so good.
Say what you mean.
Yeah, listen to him.
Oh, fuck.
So
all right.
you gotta like, you know what I mean? You got Ty West, right? You got this really cool shot on 16 mil film. It's funny, we talked about this film on one of our episodes, and I ended up saying that it was shot digitally and like made it look like film, but no, this was shot on 16, which is fucking awesome. That film stock is so grainy and so cool, has such a cool look to it. So the fact that I learned that after the fact, I was like, this makes this film even cooler. But I just love the story. It's this college girl, Samantha, and she's takes this babysitting job, right? And she goes to the house and something's off with the guy that's offering her the job. And everything just kind of goes array from there, just gets kind of wackier and wackier. And you learn about what this family that owns this house is trying to do and get her to be a part of, basically. And by the end, it's just batshit crazy. But there's something about films that sort of do this sort of like decade sort of jump back kind of thing. So this is very like, I think it's like 81. I want to say it's like, I don't think it's 70s. I think it's like 80, 81. I think it's supposed to take place. And for me, I was like a young kid in 81, but it definitely captures the feel of what 81 felt like. You know what I mean? Just like the pizza shop and the college campus and the house in the woods. You know what I mean? I'm on such a satanic kick right now. I don't know. And I've never really was
the coolest thing anyone's ever said.
No, it's true though. Like, I mean, like movie wise, not like, I'm not like, you know, like I'm not like, what's his name from the Burbs? Like, you know, worshiping. Yeah.
I want to kill everyone.
Yeah. But I just love satanic movies for some reason right now. And this movie is high on my list as far as capturing the vibe of like a satanic cult and what they're going to do. And it's a pretty simple film. I don't know if you guys would agree. It's like very simple in the sense of the story and the characters, you know?
Yeah. Mike, I'm with that. I feel like this movie's like scarier because it feels like you shouldn't have found it, you know? Like, it's like so simple. Like,
right.
That's a really good way to frame it, Justin, actually.
Yeah.
I never looked at it that way, but I think that's a very poignant description of it.
Such a banger. The
Oh,
pizza,
dude.
great topic to talk about is the pizza. That alone is just like incredible.
Because
Long
you know what's funny?
silent, like, unbearable
There's a town
tension.
I live in called that I used to teach in that Matt still teaches in called Red Bank, and there's this pizza place called Mr. Pizza Slice, and it literally is the pizza place from House of the Devil. It's like
That's an
insane.
awesome
It looks
name,
exactly
too.
like it. They haven't changed it much. It changed like owners and stuff, but it still has that like dirty kind of feel. It's like, oh, it's
Yeah.
great. You know,
The
it's super
best.
super cool. Yeah, I love
But-
the imagery of like the lunar eclipse and like they're talking about like the
Yes.
satanic stuff isn't just like a basic Satan thing. It's all about sort of like this, this like the eclipse and ancient rituals and stuff like that. It's got such a cool vibe to it, and it's like it doesn't have to be like overly explained either. It's like a very simple story, like I said earlier, and there's something about that is so great. It's like easy to watch kind of a movie, you know what I mean? But it's
Yeah.
still gory and scary and fun, you know?
The slow burn that it is, 100%. Like, man, once you
Yes.
get to the end, you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, then it just ramps up and it's great. But it's like an appreciated slow burn. You know what I mean? It's not like a slow burn where you're like, all right. You know?
I think part
Definitely.
of what makes it feel so slow is the absence of, I think we always, Mike, you might even be the person that like put this concept in my head from listening to your show for so long, but like the absence of score is as prominent in good films as the
Mhm.
presence of it.
Yeah.
And the way they utilize space, like in terms of audio and in terms of visual in this movie, is so well done.
Yeah.
Ty West just does such a great job of like just having the clock tick in the background for a while
Yeah.
things are happening, and it's like it's not overproduced. It feels like incredibly natural. The way like the sound will just evaporate for a moment, and you're like, I am in here wondering what you are right now,
Yeah.
and I am just scared in this moment. And this movie does such a good job of that. Backdrop the eclipse, 100%. That was like the biggest tie to this prompt, I think.
Mhm.
For me, was the presence of that, and even the pizza shop, how they have like the eclipse pie or whatever, like
Yeah.
it's on
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
whiteboard. I love
Yes.
that. Like I love that
So
little
cool.
detail.
What'd you think of Samantha as a character? Because I fucking love her. She's like somebody you're like rooting for. You know what I mean? And I think that goes a
Big
long
time.
way in writing. You know?
She's also like, what the hell else is she even in? She's so good. Like,
I don't know. Jocelyn
in,
Donahue is her name, I think, in real
Strange
life.
Darling, right? No,
Okay.
that's Emma.
Okay.
Yeah.
What from?
I remember watching this a long time ago. This doesn't mean anything to the people that don't necessarily know where we're from, but at your guys' old place during Halloween, and I think you guys showed it to me right when it came out, and it was so scary. It was in Campfield.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was the day I was
Oh, yeah.
staring into the graveyard.
Day you were staring in the graveyard.
Yeah.
We talk
Yeah,
about
we
it all
watched
the
like
time.
this in Black Christmas, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
So scary.
And I had to
Man,
go to a wedding that night on Halloween.
that's why you were staring out into the graveyard.
Yeah, I was. It was like, how do I get out of this wedding?
I'm gonna put the groom in that yard out there, so I don't have to go tonight.
Get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I just love it. It's got like a grittiness to it, but it's accessible at the same time. You know what I mean? It's like
Oh, yeah.
Texas Chainsaw without the, fuck.
Speaking of that, did Ty West also use the same film style for X?
That's a
He
good
did, right? The
question.
16 millimeter.
He may have. It may have been 35. I don't really know.
Yeah.
but-
Oh, dude, it might
Really
have
good
been.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, might have been, but yeah, 16's got such a nice look. It's just got that extra grain to it. Which is cool.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I'll be honest. I don't know what any of that shit means.
Well, I
it's
think
like,
there's
I
8,
know-
16, and 35.
Right. I know that,
Yeah.
but I would never fucking know the difference. Like,
It's
oh,
the
yeah,
size of it.
I said
It's like the
35,
size of
I
it.
clearly meant 16. Sorry, Mike.
16's smaller. You know what I mean? Like if you look at the actual film
Yeah.
reel, it's like a smaller film. So it tends to like not take in light as well. So it's got like graininess to it. Where 35 is like, it's like now with like digital sensors. You know what I mean? Sensors are bigger on a camera. So the bigger sensors have a cleaner image, where smaller tend to be like,
Yeah.
it's like a camcorder now. You look at a camcorder,
Yeah.
like, oh, that looks cool. It's got a cool old look to it,
Oh, dude, speaking of that, I know we already talked about Salem, but you did that fucking run through with the
with my old camcorder.
old camcorder.
Yeah.
Dude, that was incredible.
I got to see this.
Because
I
it
miss
honestly
this.
felt like I was watching vacation videos from 1987.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It was 2025, and it was, dude,
Yeah.
just like seeing people
1980s.
wave at the camera and shit was
Yeah.
like, dude, this is so awesome.
Well,
Like Clark
you guys will be
Griswold up there in the attic.
You'll be psyched. I'll release it.
Exactly, with
But-
like fucking shit on his head.
I'm doing a found footage movie in my classroom this year.
Dude,
So
amazing.
I'm filming it this week, and it's not. It can't be like super gory because I'm gonna like show it at my school, but I'm also gonna just put it out there for other people to watch. But yeah, it's gonna be cool. So I'll
Like,
make
that's
sure I
super
get
cool.
that to you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna use that same camcorder that I shot in Salem because I was like, I
Man.
got to do something with this. So
Hell
yeah,
I
awesome.
was
Justin, where are we
smiling
going, dude?
so hard
Oh,
when I was
yeah.
watching that.
All right, we're moving. All right, Mike, great pick. I love that fucking movie. So
Thanks,
great job.
dude.
All right, we're shifting over to the year 1984. The movie is called The Children of the Corn.
Oh,
We're all
Mike.
familiar with it. The books obviously came from Stephen King. And then after that, kind of broke off into a bunch of different things after that. But basically, a couple stumbles into a Nebraska town where the children worship a cornfield demon, and they basically have slaughtered all the adults. That's the gist of it. If you wanted to explain it,
The cornfield demon.
if I were to
The
explain it
cornfield demon.
to my mom. But we've got Linda Hamilton in this, which also she filmed this the year prior to Terminator, the first Terminator, which I think is pretty cool because that was like the takeoff of her career.
Yeah, man.
And it's like her character in this is like the extreme opposite of her character.
100%, dude.
Yeah.
She's
like
the
this
damsel
supportive, like
in distress.
She's kind of
in
weak
this-
a little bit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? This one, she's sort of like,
Yeah.
yeah.
she has that like very supportive feminine character, like
Nailed it.
Daphne
Yes.
from Scooby. Yeah.
Yep.
This movie's got so many different points to it that just stick with you for life. Like I remember like quotes from when I was a kid, but starting with the diner massacre, like the movie opens with this and it's just so sudden. It's so brutal. It's like you're like just brunching with Beelzebub, no big deal. People are just fucking coming in there and just ripping each other apart. Mainly the kids. All these old people are just trying to enjoy their awful coffee and they just get murdered.
I bet that's a damn good breakfast there, though.
I bet you too. They got a damn good omelet with
100%. Yeah.
And it's narrated by a child. The whole thing is narrated by a child, so it seems like it's disarming.
Hopefully
that it's being narrated by a
it's
child.
Isaac. Honestly, Isaac is the scariest part of this movie because he's got like this high pitched terror to him.
But is he a child? Because he
not-
also looks like he could be like 47.
So
I
he's
think
supposed to be a 12-year-old in the movie, but he's actually 24. He has a growth hormone
right
disorder. So
He's
yeah,
like
when you're
Webster or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you watch him, you're like, man, something's off about him. He's like, he's way too serious and way too mature to control all these kids. But man, I don't know. This movie is just like, we're gonna talk about like weird like corn cults. Like this is it for me. You know, there's so many weird things that go on here.
What did he say before?
What was it? I don't know. I can't remember.
I can't remember. John, what did he say at the beginning of the talk up here? He was like,
There's probably something worse.
I think it was something to the effect of corn cults. Yeah.
Yeah.
Justin, you've got some zingers here. You are accidentally
I'm working on
zinging.
it. Oh,
He's
was
like-
it brunch with Beelzebub?
That too.
Maybe.
No, there was something
No.
else that
No, it was
had
like the-
alliteration to it, like corn cult,
it was,
but
but it was good. Yeah.
Either way, I hope you guys like this movie. For me, like this is like the corn like pagan like cornfield people running out there. They're children and they're just like taking control of everything, and it's terrifying. Like the only time like canned corn feels threatening for some reason is when you watch this fucking movie. It's
I
so
love
odd.
canned corn.
Yeah. I don't know. I hope you guys like. I know we've all seen it. We've all talked about
No,
it, but it's just like it's good to revisit.
I love it. This is like the movie for me when I rented it when I was a kid that made me afraid of the daylight. You know what I mean? It was like the first movie that I was like, holy
So bright.
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah,
right.
everything's
Whoa,
so
good point.
bright. And I was so scared of like, I was just like that opening scene, like you said, Justin, it's like, it's traumatizing. You know,
Yeah.
when I saw this, I think it was like 12 or something. It traumatized me. You know what I mean? I was like, what the fuck is happening right now? You know, it's crazy. But, you know, it's one of those movies, like, I don't know, is it like live up for you, Justin? Like rewatching it? Did it, or were you sort of?
Honestly, from like remembering from when I was a kid watching this with my mom and my sisters, I remember only repeating, and our other friend Joey and I would always like say this line over and over again. The Malachi thing, like Malachi, like that little voice is terrifying.
Yeah.
But I think it does live up. Yeah, it's still scary. I still kind of wish the movie would have ended differently.
Mm.
It's just like this happy ending and you
Sure.
want more out of it. But otherwise, it still was fun. It still touched on all those weird, creepy things that make you uneasy. And the daylight point that you just mentioned is like huge. I didn't even think about that, but it's like the first time you're you're looking around and you're like, wait, there's no darkness here. This is
Yeah.
terrifying still.
It's bright sunlight. It's crazy.
Yeah,
And I'll
man.
say the score of this movie is so scary. You know, that
Yeah.
it's so freaking
It's
scary.
haunting for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anytime I see a cornfield, I just hear that automatically in my head, you know?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh.
I drove through Nebraska too many times, and dude, I feel like that song is all I heard the entire
Yeah.
drive.
Totally.
You don't want to
Yeah.
stop at a gas station.
Hell
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, I went to school in Colorado, so I used to drive from Jersey to
Yes.
Colorado, and
You
I would
know.
drive through. I felt like I ate at that diner. Like I used to stop at like these small
Oh,
towns,
dude.
and
Sure.
yeah, and I would think about this movie. I was like, "What the fuck?" I'm like,
Whoa.
someone's gonna fucking take me out, and they're gonna be like, "Why isn't your son at school?" I'm gonna be like, "Sorry."
Sure to the corn got him.
I'll take
Yeah.
my food to go.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
Isaac took me, and you know,
Got me.
I was laughing though when this pick came up, Mike, because for those that don't regularly listen to the Alone in the Dark podcast,
Mhm.
films of this nature involving creepy kids, like that's not your thing, Mike, right?
No.
Like typically if it's got kids, you're like, I'm out.
Yeah. Well, it was funny when Justin put it on the list. I was like, "Fuck you, Justin." I'm like, "God
Good
damn
meet
it."
Justin. Fuck you.
Because honestly, I haven't seen this movie in a long time for that reason. And I was like, I guess I got to fucking watch this again, you know? And I did. And honestly, I really did enjoy it. It was like, that's why I asked if it like, you know, lived
Held
up
up.
for you, because
Yeah.
I was able to watch it and not be like totally freaked out like I usually am. You know what I mean? Which
That's
is
good.
But yeah,
All right,
yeah,
cool.
this movie's a tough one. Yeah.
Appreciate you taking that walk with us.
To me though, this was like the most on the nose pick. I think this was a perfect, like if it's not on this list feels weird. This is a really important counterweight. I think it demonstrates the topic, right? So like the idea of religious fanaticism, cults, don't ask too many questions, just follow kind of thing. That
Yeah.
is probably most prominent in this pick, but it's also most jarring because typically it's like, oh yeah, after you grow up in that environment and you live in it for so long, that's how it becomes the case. But here it's like, these are kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
These are supposed to be kids.
Yeah.
Makes it extra terrifying.
It
What is
does.
what is the ritual on this one? So like in House of the Devil, we had the attic.
Yeah.
I guess it'd be
There was a sacrifice. This is also a sacrifice, right?
It'd be Linda Hamilton on the cross, I guess. At this
Yes,
point,
they put
right?
her on the cross at the end, right? And
Yeah.
and that's actually at night. So there is night at the end of this movie. I totally forgot. It's not all daylight, right? Aren't they?
Yeah.
Isn't that at nighttime?
No, you're right, Mike. I think there was
Yeah.
also like a separate ending where she was supposed to get like brutally murdered on that cross too.
Yeah, I think the idea is like basically the harvest concept, just in human format, which is like,
Yeah.
hey, the snake is supposed to shed its skin, right? The phoenix is supposed to burn out before it comes back. Fall happens, everything dies off, then you hit winter, and then it resets. So it's like, hey, every year we got to have the snake skin shed, and it just happens to
Yes.
be Linda Hamilton in this
Yeah.
movie.
Cool.
Great
Great
pick. Great pick. Like, back to you, dude. Where are we heading next?
So we're gonna go from corn to corny. Here we go. So we're gonna be
Nice.
talking about
I know exactly where we're going.
1988's Hack-O-Lantern.
Oh yeah.
Weird movie, dude.
God. So this is a movie that Matt kind of got me onto probably like 4 or 5 years ago. And he's like, "You've never seen Hack-O-Lantern?" I was like, "No, I heard about it, but like it's called Hack-O-Lantern." You know what I mean? He's like, "Mike, please." He's like, "Can we just watch this?"
Please.
Yeah, and we do this episode. We're actually getting ready to do our new one next week, but it's called Tricks or Treats, where Matt and I watch 5 movies that are around Halloween, and then we say if it's a trick or a treat, you know?
Oh, nice.
So
Yeah.
this was on, I think, our first or one of our episodes for Tricks or Treats. I put it on there because I watched this thing and I was just like, oh my God, what a gem this thing is, even though it's a hard watch, you know, it's the story. It's definitely
Jamie's like,
I don't know if Gem is
yeah, well, it's a gem in my eyes. Another satanic cult movie, right? And it's about this grandfather who's like, I guess he's like kind of grooming his grandson to be like to take over the satanic cult, right? And is the grandpa's the actor's real name is High Pike, and for some reason he gets this like extra credit in the movie, which makes no sense because I've never seen this guy in my life. They give us like this big like, hey, High Pike is in this movie star, you know, it's like,
all right. Like even if you don't know anyone else, you certainly know this guy.
yeah, and
Right.
he's if you watch this movie, he's like a cracked out version of like Mike Myers, like not Michael Myers, like Mike Myers, like
Mike Myers.
Yeah, I swear to God, watch this guy act, and you'll be like, he looks like Mike Myers, but he's like
I hate
fucking Mike
this guy's
Myers, like
voice.
cracked out like cousin or something. High Pike. And the director of this movie was like Indian, which is it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
He's like doing this like American movie, but he's Indian. So like
Wow.
I don't think
did
he
read
really
that.
got like what Halloween was all about. So like
Yeah.
there's these weird traditions and stuff, and there's like the sign that they do for like the devil horns, and like they do the thing with their hand, but it's like not like
They do
the
like
real.
this one,
It's
right?
like it's weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
But there's some really good things about this movie. The acting is god awful, but it's like
Terrible.
god awful and fun. It's enjoyable, to watch. There's some really good kills in this movie.
Yeah.
If you like slasher movies and you like gore, it's got a ton of that. It has a music video in this movie that is probably the
It's like a
coolest.
fantasy music video.
It's ridiculous. What's the band's name? DC LaCroix, I think they're called, or something. I don't know. But right, there's the song is called "The Devil's Son," which is like very on the nose with what's going on in the story.
Yeah.
But the whole time there's like a real band playing, but then the grandson Tommy is like an adult now, and he's like playing guitar, but like you can tell he's never even like looked at a guitar his whole life,
Not
because
a
he's
once.
holding guitar like very awkwardly, and then there's
I love
this like
that connection too of like heavy metal and
Yeah.
cult.
Yes.
Satanism and heavy
Yeah.
metal being like
yes,
always side by side. And
totally. Yeah. But it's funny, but there's like the opening scene with the grandpa like pulling up when Tommy was a kid, and he's got this
So
pickup
creepy.
truck like full of pumpkins, and he like gives them pumpkins, and there's just hay bales everywhere. It's just very Halloween in that sense, the
I
imagery.
do love the Halloween
So
vibe,
His
yeah.
his
Yeah.
voice,
Breathing with autumn.
it's in your blood. You can't deny your destiny. It's so creepy.
Yeah,
That's
his
a
voice,
good-
dude.
As soon
that's
as
a
he
good
opened his mouth, I was like,
impersonation.
oh fuck.
Yeah.
It's in your blood.
It's
You
just
can't deny
real
your
good. Yeah.
destiny. That's
And there's
right.
some weird like incest themes going
Yeah.
on, because the grandpa and his daughter, like Tommy's mom, Tommy and his brother's
What
name's
the fuck
Roger.
is going on there?
They hook up.
Dude.
He
Weird.
like
So
pulls her
weird.
shirt off at one
Yeah,
point,
it's
and
weird.
like he's molested.
He
So
wants to be with her.
He doesn't just pull her shirt off. He like pulls out it.
Let me
yeah.
to that
He like
Goes.
yeah.
to that
Okay.
to that
Oh,
point. Let me take
I'm
it
sorry.
a fun route.
Mhm.
So the grown-up Tommy, who
Yes.
Mike had just talked about in
Yeah.
the music video. Does anybody have any idea who that is?
It's
No.
a dude from X-Files.
No, maybe,
Oh.
maybe. No, I'm not going to say no to that. You might be right.
You're talking about the singer?
More prominently, the grown-up version of Tommy is Mac's dad, and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh my God.
Isn't
no.
that-
Wait.
Jesus.
My
It's
God.
a young
I
version.
think you're right. I
Dude,
thought it
it's
was a
really
dude from
that
X-Files.
actor,
I-
right?
Well, I was watching
No,
Mike, and I was like,
you just hurt my brain.
I did the thing where I was like, "Fuck, is that guy?" No, it's not. There's no way. And then I looked it up. I was like, "Oh my god!"
That's
That
so
is
funny.
So I
unreal,
guess
dude.
he was like ashamed of the movie for the longest time, but then it started getting this cult
I
following.
wonder why.
I wonder
And
why.
he now he like talks about it all the time when people ask him questions.
That's amazing. Oh my God. It's funny because he looks familiar, like in a
Right?
weird sense.
That's
You're
what
like,
I
who is
said.
that guy?
I
Yeah.
was like, "Who is he? Who is he?"
Man, it really is. him.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a
And then
cool pick.
last thing I'll say about this movie is there is like a twist to this movie that's pretty like, I think it's pretty good. It's like, it's a cool twist where there's like a killer, the killer's costume. I don't know if you guys like it, but
Oh
it's like
yeah,
this like devil mask, and
It's
it's like
fun,
this like
yeah.
black cloak, but there's like a pretty dramatic twist to this that you don't see coming. And I'm a huge fan of twists. So I don't want to spoil it because I'm sure a lot of people haven't seen this movie, but I really enjoy this movie, and the satanic cult part of it is kind of fun, and if you like gore and just like cool kills, there's like a ton of them. You know what I mean? It's really, really cool that way. But if you're looking for a good story, you're not going to get it.
No, like good acting. You're right. The acting's terrible, but it is fun. It's fun.
It's
Yeah.
fun. If you're looking
Yeah.
for a fun slasher to put on that has satanic themes to it, this is your movie for sure.
To your point, it's Halloween to hell.
No,
It is.
the Halloween
yes.
is so prominent in this. It's
Like I
Yeah.
found myself on Amazon looking at Halloween like orange and white streamers because like there's just streamer galore in this one.
Oh, yeah.
It very much reminded me of even like when they're talking about going to the party hall. It reminded me of My Bloody Valentine, but like with a Halloween
Yes.
spin.
Yes. How they
Because of
decorate
way
the
they're
town and
decorating,
stuff.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
Halloween bluffs.
if we could just focus on one quick scene before we wrap on this film.
Sure.
This is the one with the bubble bath scene, right?
Yes.
With the spider.
With the spider.
Yes.
I was so confused.
Holy shit. Okay, so
the
typically
really fake spider.
the reason people are scared of spiders is because they can run like as fast as you can, right? And they're
Yes.
like 1/800th of your size. So this spider though, like I'm
laughing out loud.
I'm actually going to try and recreate like for those that are watching this. So coming from the side, right? So like if a spider came from the side, right, it'd be like a normal one.
Yes.
This thing comes in like on the edge of the tub, and it's like there's definitely like a guy like holding it, like fucking thing,
right?
The legs stuck, like
it's ridiculous.
But it is a fake spider.
Yeah, but still, like if you're trying to suspend reality, even reality within reality,
it wouldn't be like
nothing is suspended here.
I was laughing,
dude.
So loud, dude.
Honestly, I was like, my stomach was in pain. I was laughing so hard watching this happen, watching this whole thing unfold. So,
oh my god,
it's real.
Yeah,
I needed to. That was like my number one note related to this film was that specific scene.
There's tons of ridiculous scenes just like that, but that's what makes it fun, you know. So yeah, so there you go, Hack-O-Lantern.
Hack-O-Lantern.
Thanks for showing me that.
Dude,
you're so welcome, Justin.
That band though, to your guys' point, so good.
DC LaCroix, the Devil's Son. It's totally a ripoff of like Motley Crue or something like that.
Dude, I was thinking this, Mike. I was like, I think that's like
it's Shout at the Devil.
That's
Shout at the Devil
backwards. Like the notes are just played backwards, and it sounded like the exact same song.
It's probably Shout at the Devil backwards.
Literally every time it would come on, I'm like, shout at the devil.
Yeah,
but it's not.
Yeah, and there's like lasers coming out of the black girl's eyes in the music video. I love it.
Yeah,
get them in there.
Yeah, it's good.
How about the stripping scene? It was like, is this a Halloween party? Like, what's happening?
Yeah, you don't look too.
Why would you have a stripper at this Halloween party?
Let it go.
And then the stripper. Wait, no, I need to talk about the comedian though.
Oh, the comedian! Oh my god, I forgot about the comedian.
What the fuck?
That was like nothing but trouble. Actually, the stripper and the comedian being present. It's like
the comedian's awful.
Awful.
And everyone's like,
no. When he starts doing the turkey routine, I almost wanted to shut the movie off.
I know.
It was so bad.
I know. The stripping scene though, the actress is actually a porn star. That's a real porn star. So that makes sense.
How about the pool woman, the one who comes out of the swimming pool, and then is she a?
Oh no, maybe that's the porn star. You're right. The one that comes out of the pool is the porn star. Yeah.
Jamie's like, no, I definitely recognized her from a film I saw.
Yeah,
he's in it.
You're like, actually,
that would have been
saved in my
bookmark. You would have had to have like stolen your dad's.
I know her
to recognize that one.
I have a VHS upstairs. Yeah.
I don't know what 16 mil is, but I know what VHS porn is.
Oh, that's her. That's her for sure.
Whatever VHS porn is, if that's 16 millimeter, I'm familiar.
All right. I hate to say this, but we got to move on.
Yeah. All right. Please.
We could have done the entire episode on Hack-O-Lantern.
True.
Yes.
And, all right, Justin, where are you heading next, buddy?
All right. Well, I'm going to go down the same route Mike just went down.
Here we go.
And talk about a movie that maybe only one of us likes or two. I'm going to eat a candy corn before I get into this. All right. Eyes of Fire, 1983.
Justin, wait, what the fuck with this?
Yeah, listen, I was trying to branch out.
I didn't know if it was the right movie when I started watching it.
Yeah, me neither. That's a good fun for all of us. Surprises. And the best part about this was this movie disappeared for like 11 years. And then somebody found a copy of it and then put it back into circulation.
Fuck them.
I should have just let it go.
Yeah. It's a wild ass movie. All right, for the people who have not seen this, which is everybody listening.
Yeah, let's get
this
the
thing is
summary
from
here,
1983. It's very old, but it's based in settlers' time. So exiled settlers hide in a settlers' time. We all know it. Everyone knows it's settlers' time. Okay.
He's full of them tonight. I love it.
So exiled settlers
time
hide in a mysterious valley where the forest spirits remember every sin. That part I didn't pick up until the end.
Where the what?
The forest spirits remember every sin.
Well, yeah, they didn't really make it part of the story.
No, they
the
don't. But it's like early American folk horror meets like a fever dream kind of thing.
Jesus trees.
It's very confusing, but I will say there's like this witch kind of involved in the end, and like she's like a witch woman that's like ambiguous and haunting. She's like Mother Nature's like vengeance in like human form. That's one thing I did pick up. Like she's like throughout the whole movie, like you're watching it and you're like, what's her point? You kind of don't pick that up until the end. But I just thought that this was, while it was so ridiculous and unfamiliar, it was cool to see something that was forgotten and then brought back to life. I did look up the reviews after because I was like, wait, I kind of liked it. And it did have decent reviews. If you looked at it, it's got like okay reviews. Not that that matters. But there's just a lot of shit that's going on here. Like the forest is claiming people. The guy that's like the preacher is like, he's definitely a creepazoid. Like he's a toucher.
No, that guy is an actual creep.
I thought that was
he's like
creep.
I thought that was
the
creepazoid.
adulterer,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, exactly. You nailed it.
Yeah.
I thought that was Kyle MacLachlan at first.
Yeah.
McLaughlin.
Yeah.
That was him, but it wasn't.
I would have been really bummed out if Kyle
Same,
was in
if
this
he
movie.
did that movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's just like this idea of like there's something in the woods and they're trapped there. They decided to like exile themselves and they're trapped there and like the woods just has like control of them. So the idea of the movie's cool. I bet it's gonna get remade in 15 years. I'm calling it right now. You guys all owe me $15 in 15 years.
Well, a movie you're going to talk about later, I pretty much I feel like it was remade as that movie, and we'll
I know
talk
you're
about
gonna
it.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, two
I like
things
that.
about this movie on my end.
Go.
I was watching this and like kind of zoning out, like doing stuff on my computer, or like taking, I had notes up,
Fair.
and I was just like, and I would just like look up, and there's fucking like.
rubbing
I was like, what? That like all of a sudden I'm seeing like these like white things like run across the screen. Like there's like the imagery is really creepy in this movie. It's like
It
those
is creepy.
what are those things? They're like these white. Like,
Yeah, they're just like
were they Native Americans or were they
Tree people?
ghosts?
I don't
or
know.
they're
tree
just part
people?
of the lands. They don't really tell you exactly.
So freaky. So I was like,
Very.
am I asleep? Am I on LSD right now? What is happening? This movie is crazy. Other funny thing, Matt, my co-host Matt, is usually like, we're funny. We like a lot of the same movies, but like he's very like deep and like kind of like a lot more slow burn stuff and just like interesting, weird shit. And I'm like, yeah, we're going to be talking about this movie, Eyes of Fire. And he's like, oh yeah? I'm like, yeah. He's like,
why?
He's like, that movie's really fucking weird. And it's really fucked up. And I was like, oh, okay. So I kind of knew what I was getting into before I watched it with his reaction there. I was like, oh boy, if Maddie's saying this, I'm in for something.
Yeah.
You know?
Shit. I didn't
Yeah.
know what I was getting us into, so I apologize. guys.
No, it's very fitting for what we're talking about tonight.
Yeah.
It's like
No,
perfect.
it hits the prompt for sure.
So
Yeah.
it was a blind pick for you, Justin.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
none of us had ever seen it.
No,
John, you
this
know-
was my
Yeah.
first watch. I watched it twice because the first time Mike,
Yeah.
I had the same reaction. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I think I just missed. I was like, made myself too busy as I was watching it.
Right.
Yeah.
And you felt like you missed everything, right?
I kept rewinding shit. I rewound like 6 times and I still had, I was like, I'm done rewinding because it's not helping me
Here's my
know what's happening.
I have a take on it. I wrote it down right here. A pagan embodiment of nature reclaiming what mankind took.
Yeah.
That's what that was my
At the end, I feel that way.
concise assessment.
During, no idea. But at the end, sure.
But no,
I did
like,
like the faces in the trees. I thought that was a cool imagery.
Yo, that
Yeah.
was freaky. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
The
Yeah.
little like the faces in the trees and also like whatever that creature is, the witch creature, like it's kind of like that's pretty scary.
yeah, that's what I like. Mike, you're asking about the like what was running around out there.
Yeah.
That's the whole like, yeah, fuck around, find out. That's how
Right.
I looked at this, which was like, you've infiltrated a layer of nature that you shouldn't be
Mm-hmm.
near right now.
Yeah.
And this is what, 83? Is that what we said? Yeah, early 80s, right? So this is around the time I think where people are starting to say like, we're not making electric vehicles quite yet, but I think it's probably around the time where people are like, hey, there are non-renewable resources on Earth. It's the 80s. It's not the 1880s, right?
Yeah.
So that was my interpretation of this movie. Justin, this movie is weird as fuck. I love you.
No,
immensely.
I'm
but
glad I saw
it's
it.
weird.
I'm glad I saw it. Yeah.
I am too. I'm glad I watched
Would
it.
you guys tell your friends like, hey, if somebody was like, I want to watch a movie I've not seen before, and
No.
that nobody knows, would you tell them to watch
Well,
this?
No.
it would depend.
Probably not.
I would
Like-
give them like pretext.
Mike's
I mean-
leaning towards no. I can tell by his
Yeah, I
face.
wouldn't.
Look
It's
at
not,
Mike.
it's not
Mike
something
was
I'd
like-
recommend.
Mike was.
You know what my
like
one
looking up
note?
to the
My
right.
one note is for this movie is how much shit did they blow up in this movie? Because there's explosions all over this movie, just
Dude,
for no reason whatsoever.
Made
And
by
then, did you
Michael
guys know
Bay.
this? That the guy Brad Fidel, who wrote all the music for Fright Night, wrote like the Irish music for this movie.
What? See,
Wow.
now we're talking,
Dude.
Mike, thanks for telling us that. We
That's
love
so
this movie
weird.
now.
I saw that and I was like, what?
The music in Fright Night, like sometimes I'll ask my wife, I'm like, do you want me to brush your hair? And I'll put it on Fright Night and like comb her hair, right? Like
What the fuck?
I've never actually done that, but like the music in Fright
You
Night, if
should
you,
see how it goes.
you know what? I'll be right back, guys.
John, you're weird, man.
She would slap you.
She would say, "Get out of here."
She would stab me with a stake,
Yeah.
not even thinking I'm a vampire. She
Yep.
would just have one handy. That is really wild, though. I did not know that at all.
Cool detail.
That's So
Thank you,
freaky.
Mike. This one needed that. For real.
It did.
I
We need a
appreciate
little
it. Yeah.
something that
We
was
got a win here at the end.
yeah.
Forever in
Mhm.
your debt.
What a strange
That's it.
movie. So that was, what was the name of that? Eyes of Fire.
Eyes of Fire.
All right.
Eyes of Fire. Mm-hmm.
Never to be said again. All right, what's next?
Justin, this also just happened to me on our Hidden Gems episode where Maddie and Jamie were like, why the fuck did you? I was like, they beat the shit out of me over a movie I picked, and I was like, all right, cool. Let's can we please move on to the next one?
It happens.
Awesome. Oh, that's cool.
All right, Mike, where are you heading next, buddy?
All right, so we're gonna go a little more lighthearted, a little more fun. We're gonna go with 2007.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
This one's
So-
fun as hell.
Yeah,
Great
when
job.
this movie came out, at first I was like, what is this? This looks kind of ridiculous. It looks
Yep.
like over the top. It looks like candy, like
Yeah.
candy horror, but
Jawbreaker.
typically these are typically the movies that I really like once I see them. And when I watched this one, I was like, oh my God, this is just what I was looking for. It's like, I love this sort of coming of age sort of story, this kid, right? And he has this babysitter and he's sort of like in love with her and she's so fucking cool. And then there's something going on. We understand that this babysitter's got a darker past and we find out. And I just loved where it goes with her friends and just how it gets fucking crazy. Again, another satanic movie here. But I just love the tone of this is just definitely my favorite kind of film. It's like fun with gory horror themes. I love it. I think the acting's great. Samara Weaving, who plays the babysitter as B, I think she's awesome in this.
Dude,
She's
I think so
amazing.
good.
Yeah.
She's Australian, right? Or New
Yeah.
Zealand or something? Or
Yep.
she
Yeah.
does such a good job just playing this like typical sort of like,
She's in
She's
Ready or
supposed
Not,
to-
right?
yeah, Ready or
Yep,
Not
yep.
as well.
Opening scene of Scream 6, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. She's the cold open there. And I love the kid who plays Cole, Judah Lewis. I think he's great too.
Oh, he's perfect. Casting
He's-
is perfect in this.
Yeah,
man.
he's
Right.
such a good character. He's just kind of like nerdy. I love how he gets bullied by those three kids and and B sticks up for him. And it's like his growth and his arc in this movie is so awesome because he goes from being this nerdy kid to having to kind of stand up for himself and fight sort of the person that he really looked up to and that he loved. You know what I mean? And I just love that. But the satanic scenes are great when they're doing their little sacrifice thing downstairs and he's like looking at them from the top of the stairs. Fucking, I was like,
Viewpoint,
just like,
yeah.
holy shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like when I first saw it, it was
Yeah, you don't
really
see that
cool.
coming.
No, you
Comedy's
don't.
so on point here too. It's like
Yes.
almost like
The jock is like so funny. He's like, "Why's your shirt off?"
Oh my God. It's so good.
It's really funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the tone of this movie is just like my kind of tone. You know what I mean? It's like the right amount of horror and gore, horror themes, and then there's the comedy aspects like you mentioned, and it's just super fun. It's the kind of movie that I go back to. The second one, I saw the second one. I wasn't as psyched about the second one, but
Yeah,
this
no.
first one to me is like a classic, just a fun movie that I can rewatch, you know what I mean? Over and over again. It's super fun. Even the parents are great, Cole's parents are awesome.
Oh, Ken Marino.
dude.
Yeah,
they're
Ken
so
Marino's
good.
the
Ken
dad.
Marino's a dad. Ken
Yeah.
Marino's amazing. Yeah.
He is amazing.
Yeah, it's just fun. It's super fun. I love it. And I even love Cole's little girlfriend across the street, his friend, like
yeah.
the girl next door kind of thing, which she plays a big part, obviously, in the second
Huge
one.
part.
but-
Second one,
yeah.
yeah.
but yeah, I don't know. I think it's super fun. You guys like this one as well?
Such a
Oh,
blast.
dude,
This movie's so much
love-
fun.
Love this movie. I wrote
Yeah.
Sacrifice meets Suburbia. That was like my
Totally.
Yeah.
my note here.
I think the best part about this one was, to your point, Mike, it was kind of unassuming.
Yes.
And I went into it kind of like you did.
Yeah.
Like this just looks like it's going to be like saccharine
Yes.
shit.
Yeah.
Just like all substance or all style, no substance.
Yes.
And it's not. There's a lot of substance in there. So it really shocked me. And the one scene that always just like fucking sticks in my head is that scene when he comes out of his bedroom, looks
Yeah.
down and sees them doing
Yeah.
in the middle of the ritual. And it's
Through
like,
the-
oh my God, like what do you,
Through
how
the
do you even
railing.
comprehend that? Yeah.
Yeah. And I
Oh,
love it's
so-
subtle,
so
but they
good.
set up the whole thing where he's afraid to get a shot at the beginning. He's afraid
Right.
of like blood and stuff. And then
Yeah.
like what he has to deal with later is just like, oh boy, you got something
Yeah.
coming, buddy. Get ready,
Yeah.
And then she tries to do an actual shot with him later too, right? Which
Yeah.
is what is supposed to put him down.
Right.
Another movie, Mike, that you had introduced me to, which I think is in a similar kind of vein, is Happy Death Day, which is
Yes.
that nice balance of like, it has that visual style where you're like, this is either going to be hokey,
Yeah.
like this is going to be done like really right or really wrong.
Mhm.
Not a lot of margin for error. And this movie, I think, much like Happy Death Day, just strikes such a really well done balance. It's like it's the perfect amount of everything. There's not too much camp. or like a Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Yeah.
Like it's that down that sort of path.
I see this movie and I can't stop thinking about like I'm gonna get the horror aspect of it wrong, but it's like Home Alone and like Mountain Dew meet The Craft or some shit like that. Like it's just like so much fucking fun.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
That's
pretty
good actually.
Like I don't know, like it's such a blast. And Samara Weaving's amazing. Like I think she chooses like some really awesome roles. And like to Mike's point about the second one, yeah, it's not as good for sure. But I did like the story and like seeing all that kind of stuff like come together without giving anything away. I might go back through after watching this one, Mike, and watch the second one again now, just because kind of got my interest like peaked again.
Yeah, no, I have to give the second one. I only saw the second one once, but I have to go back and give it a chance. But in the end, I think
it's still not good.
Yeah, you're not into it.
Wednesday's in it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's right. But like in the end, for me, it's like, I want to walk away from a movie and be like, that was fun. You guys said it. You all said it. I kept hearing fun. I want to walk away from a movie feeling fun. And like, there's a lot of people that love Terrifier and Terrifier 2 and 3 and stuff. But I walked away from that movie and I needed a shower. You know what I mean? Like I felt bad about myself, So for me, at least, I like walking away and just be like, oh my God, that was such a fun time. You know what I mean? And that's what this movie did for me, and that's why I can go back and check it out,
Yeah. I also love how Samara Weaving kind of chooses roles that kind of subverts the hot chick premise. Because like it's always like a role where like, she's like the hot girl, but always like with some flaws.
Yeah,
and
of
then
course.
this one is a pretty major flaw that she's a devil worshiper. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, dude, and what you were saying, Mike, about her, like she basically teaches Cole every tool he needs to use against her.
Yeah, I know. And that's clever.
It's that whole like, hey, please don't like stand up for yourself. Like, please don't allow people to like blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, but maybe don't employ this against me. But then she's also at the end is kind of like,
great job.
Do what I taught you here.
Yeah.
Come on, finish this off. Right.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Yeah, she's begging for it almost, at that point she realizes,
These are the type of movies that make me cry because it's like when triumph happens or like when character growth happens and it's like, it could be the dumbest movie ever. But like when it feels good at the end, that's when I'm always like, do you have a napkin? My allergies are really acting up.
I'm not crying.
Yeah.
You're crying.
I'm
not
good.
crying.
Great pick, dude.
Thanks, man.
Justy, where are we going next, buddy?
Okay, we're traveling to the year 1988, year after I was born. We're going to go with Pumpkinhead.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Nice.
Pumpkinhead. We've all seen it. You guys have talked about it. After his son's death, grieving father summons a demon of vengeance and becomes insanely bound to its bloody rampage. Is the quick sentence.
That's pretty much it.
That really is it. And I don't know if anybody else thought this about, without going too deep into the premise of the movie. Does anybody else think that the Pumpkinhead costume creature design kind of looks like a xenomorph?
Totally.
Okay.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
All right, good. That's the thing, right?
This is Stan Winston, right? Who designed
Yes.
Pumpkinhead.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that
Makes
makes
sense.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it does make
totally
sense.
makes
Okay. But I don't know. This movie, especially with Lance Henriksen, like he's amazing in anything he's in. His voice is crazy. Starting with this movie, he's just like, he's got this small business. These teens come through. They're just being inconsiderate, riding around on a fucking motorcycle. I'm assuming they're teens. They're probably
They're
20,
just dirt biking around.
22, dirt biking
Oh,
around.
dude, they're teens.
Dirt bike
But
punks.
what happens though, like without going into it, like his son ends up getting killed, and he basically wants revenge for his son's death, and it has to do with this motorcycle. I remember explaining this movie to my girlfriend, and she works in healthcare. She does not love the fact that I have a motorcycle, and she said, "Well, this is why you shouldn't have a motorcycle." And I was watching this movie. I'm like, I'm not going to kill a little kid.
You're not hitting ramps in the dirt,
Jumps
like
through a field.
jumping over golden
The next time
retrievers
I
and
g-
shit.
Yeah,
Way
next
to
time I got
throw
on
you
my
under the
motorcycle-
bus.
Yeah. Next time I got on my motorcycle, I was like, oh God. All right, Pumpkinhead, here we go. We got this. Ignore that. But yeah, there's a lot of like swampy, spooky perfection to this movie. The witch that he goes and talks to, like, she's awesome. She's creepy as hell. Him realizing in the end, like, hey, I fucked up by making this deal.
Yeah. Be
There's a
careful
lot
what
to
you
it,
wish
like-
for.
Yeah, especially as like, I don't know, like I know it's like it's not a perfect movie, but from like a parent's perspective, it's kind of cool to watch. Like this is probably what most parents would do. They would like go to fucking like battle for their kids.
Dude, I'll tell you this right now. Some asshole hits my kid with a dirt bike. I'll
You're gonna-
summon a goddamn
you're gonna
demon
summon
and
a
become one
demon.
myself.
You're gonna summon a demon. You're gonna tackle that kid so he doesn't get through his his bachelor's degree. It's no big deal.
My God.
But yeah, I don't
Justin,
know.
I wrote 3 words down here. All right.
Give it.
Earth, vengeance, and ritual. Those were like three
That's it.
big themes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think this is kind of like the ultimate harvest, like monster, I guess, in the context of all the movies that we're talking about.
Right. Yeah.
Because it does have that physical manifestation of like, hey, this thing was brought here with the intent of like doing something. Right?
Yeah. It's
Um,
malicious intent for sure.
Yeah.
Malicious intent, yeah. And I always have had a chip on my shoulder about this movie. I know I've said it a million times, but like as a kid, you pretty much head into this movie with the misconception that you're gonna watch like Ichabod Crane running around on
Yeah.
a fucking horse with a pumpkin for a head, right? It's called
Yeah.
Pumpkinhead. And then you get in there and you're like,
I haven't seen a goddamn pumpkin.
why
in
is everyone so
47 minutes.
hot? And there are
Yeah.
no pumpkins. There's not one. Is there corn around here? Do they have vegetables that they've harvested even? So it has that element to it. So that always threw me off and still kind of does. But I've moved past that because I feel like I'm supposed to watch this movie this time of year. And I think it does apply this time of year. And it was not until this watch through doing this prompt and thinking about it through this lens where I truly applied. I was like, well, no, this is a ritual. There's like a paganism to it. Like that's part of the intent here. So you have entirely changed my perspective on a movie that I feel like a lot of people like, and I feel like I haven't loved for most of my life, but this was the most productive watch I've had by far.
That
Thank you.
warms my heart, John. I mean, for me, it's like if Cracker Barrel was run by Satan's grandma, when I watch this movie. So, like, I love that you found a deeper meaning to it.
Run by Satan's grandma.
Oh my gosh.
Clearly made that new logo that everyone won't stop talking about, which is like my favorite was when that logo came out. So the first comment I read was, it should be illegal to have an opinion about this.
John, it's funny you said that about what you expected from the movie, because when I was a kid, I rented this at my video store and I thought it was going to be like a Halloween movie, and I was like so excited. And then
Waiting
I
for
was
Sleepy
like,
Hollow,
what
right?
what is this? You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
at the time I was like disappointed, and I was like, this movie sucks. You know what I mean? Because it's not, because you guys always talk about location just like Maddie and I do. And I love location in a movie. And this location kind of bummed me out. It's like the desert. It's like, you know what I mean? It wasn't
Dude.
very,
Good point. Yeah.
I do
wasn't
like when we get to
fall-like,
the
it
witch
wasn't-
though.
but
because
the witch part,
swamp vibe, yeah.
yeah, that's very cool. So I've grown to appreciate this movie more as I got older, because I realized I have to separate it from that. Just because it's called Pumpkinhead has really nothing to do with the pumpkin,
Yeah.
besides the guy, the fact that his head kind of is the shape of a pumpkin.
Yeah.
That's it.
See, I was about fixed on this until you just brought up the witch. Now I'm like getting back to pissed again. Because first off, like the whole time you feel like you're in like Las Vegas, New Mexico, not
Yeah.
Nevada, right?
Yeah.
You're like in the middle of wherever.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, am I in Baton Rouge all of a sudden?
It takes a
Right.
turn. Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I like. I
I'm
don't
back to
really like
pissed.
this movie until it starts getting there.
Yeah.
And then we get dark and we get rainy and we get windy, and
Scary.
Yeah.
I like it then. The witch reminds me of like a darker version of the witch in the tree from Princess Bride. Justin?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's a
yeah.
version of that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's
yeah.
one of Justin's favorite movies of all
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
Love it.
That's awesome.
so good.
Very cool.
No, that's a good point. I like that. Yeah, I don't know. It's a good. I don't like the other thing I was going to mention. I forgot to say is I don't know if you guys like have those certain movies that you remember walking by at the actual movie store, the movie rental store,
Of course.
seeing them in the aisle and saying like, "Oh, that cover like resonates with me."
Oh, that sounds.
I remember
That's
being a little
oddly
kid.
shaped pumpkin.
Yeah, I remember walking
It's
by
like
as
a
a kid and
xenomorph.
seeing that, and just like always being like, Mommy, let's watch this, please.
Yeah.
Let's go, let's watch this." And she would bring it home, and like that's like one of my mom's like favorite movies from when we were kids. Like she would show
Wow.
us.
Oh, no way.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's a
That's
nice
amazing.
memory. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
No, I
but,
love
like,
this
yeah.
movie. It's my favorite. I'm sorry for anything I said.
It's okay.
God damn it.
Ridiculous thing to be like, okay, yeah, I'll tell my 6-year-old he can watch this movie.
Yeah.
Come
I
on,
was gonna
Pumpkinhead's
say.
going to tuck you in, Justy. Get down.
Right.
It
Yeah.
worked. Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks for watching.
Creature-
Your mom
Creature
gets like a
design is
pumpkin
badass,
head
though.
mask, and she's like, "What, you're just trying to fall asleep." Mommy, no.
Let's go dirt
Please.
biking. I'm going to do jumps over you.
Oh my gosh, that's terrible.
All right, Mike. You have two bangers left, so I'm excited to see
do.
what you got, buddy.
Yeah, so let's get into this one from 2023. We're gonna stay pretty current here. Late Night with the Devil.
Yeah, dude.
Mm.
So I was lucky enough to see this in theaters with my wife and my son. And my wife is not a huge horror fan, so it was like a nice memory for me that she was like, because my son was going. She's like, yeah, I'll go. You know what I mean? And
Oh,
we all
cool.
sat and
Yeah.
watched this movie. And I remember there was just like a real buzz going on about it. You know what I mean? It was
Yeah.
kind of like doing the rounds and festivals and stuff. And people were like
Yeah.
talking it up like, wow, this is really kind of a cool movie. So
This movie was
And
hyped to hell
It
in
was.
horror circles.
yeah, and I remember this is definitely like a premature jack-o'-lantern moment because this movie I think came out in like August or was it August or July? I forget, but it was like summertime. And this whole movie obviously is Halloween, you know what I mean? Because it's
Oh, yeah.
like takes place on Halloween night. And I was just like, yeah, this is awesome, you know what I mean? So the concept of this movie is great. I love anything that sort of has like a retro feel to it. And this movie is shot like it's like a footage put together from like a talk show, and it's like cut together and there's behind the scenes moments that they cut in. I just love the concept of this sort of like found footagey kind of feel where it's like the actual show and the behind the scenes moments cut in. And there's like a really dark story here about, you know, the main guy who's sort of Jack Delroy, who's this is his show, and he really wants his show to do well, and he's kind of fighting against like the Tonight Show, and he's making jokes about it on the show, and he's planned this like great Halloween show, you know, to sort of like bring the viewers in and bring up his ratings. But
Sweepsweek.
you find out that he's done something really bad to kind of make a deal, you know, with the devil basically to be successful in life. And again, I feel like this theme is kind of constant through tonight. It's like, be careful what you wish for. And this movie is like proof positive of that. And it goes from like fun to like, holy shit. You know what I mean? Like it gets batty really, really quick once it starts going nuts. And I just fucking love this movie, the way it ends. It's very dark, but at the same time, it was cool. And my daughter saw this later. She didn't go to the movies with us, but she's like obsessed with this movie. And it like says a lot to me when you can appreciate a movie and then like a 20-year-old person can like be like obsessed with the movie too, you know? And I think that's so cool, you know,
Oh,
and
yeah, man.
you can connect. And my
Especially
son
when it
loves
dates
it.
to an era that's not one they experienced, you know?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, exactly. But I thought it was really well done. You know, there's definitely some hokey stuff in this movie. It's not perfect, but you know, I love David Dalschmalchen. I think he's a really good actor. I think he's really
dude,
fun.
He's fantastic in this.
Yeah, he's so good. I just love the kind of like the talk show theme of it, and you know the guest that he has
crushes
on.
it,
You
too.
know,
Like you
Yeah.
feel like you're watching a fucking
He's
late night show.
he's perfect
Yeah.
because like I
Yeah.
feel like he doesn't typecast himself. Like he's choosing every role you see him in. What was that robot movie show I just watched him in on Amazon? Either way, he
Oh, yeah, I know the one you're
he
talking about.
doesn't like choose the same roles. Like
Yeah.
this role, by the way, Mike, this movie rocks. It's so fucking good. I've seen it twice before this, and I watched it for a third time, and
It gets better every watch, right?
it really does. And
Yeah.
like, man, like there's so much that goes into it. By the end, like you're actually feeling for the character too. You're thinking about like, my
Dude,
God, I see why he
so
did this,
much.
but also like
It's like a tenderness to like all these relationships.
you want to know like what happens to him. Like I think it's obvious what happens to him at the end, but there's like these little flashes too. I'm sure you guys all caught this. Like there's little like the little seeing eyeglass or whatever the thing is, the crystal ball, sorry,
Yes.
on the desk, like when like the
Of his
power starts
wife.
flashing. Yeah.
Right?
Wife shows up
Yeah.
there.
Ugh.
And then when she like turns her head and she's chained up and the
Lily.
power is like going in and
Yeah.
out, wife again. Like
Yep.
it's pretty
There's like
cool
hidden
that-
shit in
yeah,
the background too. There's
all
a
over
lot
the
of
place.
Yeah, there's all kinds of cool hidden stuff in this that,
So
you know, you
cool.
can watch YouTube videos and get into it, but I just love all that sort of hidden stuff that you have to kind of go back and watch. There's like, if you guys have all seen the WNUF Halloween special,
Oh, yeah.
it's like,
Man.
Justin, have you seen that?
Jamie showed it to me maybe, I don't know, like a few months ago.
Yeah, it wasn't long.
It wasn't long ago, and I was
Cool.
my mind was blown. But yeah, go ahead.
It's
Sorry.
Yeah.
it's fun. But so that's a movie I have to watch every October. It's like, you know, it's like a film habit for me. And
So
this movie, Late Night the Devil, is now like a film habit for me. It's like I have to throw it in my mix in October. I have to see it at least once. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So it's a fun movie, and I feel like this is definitely one that a lot of people are probably on the fence, and they're like, I'll get to it. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
highly recommend. It's definitely put it on this month. You know, do it before October's over. Experience
Definitely.
it when it's
Perfect
Halloween
watch.
because it's got that Halloween feel. You know what I mean? And you want to watch it when it's Halloween. It's cool. You know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I love about this movie, sorry to cut you off, buddy.
No, you're good.
It's just that this movie is definitely one of those that gets better literally every watch because you always
totally agree.
find something new.
Yes.
Because I loved it the first time I saw it, but I wasn't quite sure how to interpret some parts. And then the second and third time, I clarified some stuff, but then still had some things I was unsure of. This was probably my 4th or 5th watch of this movie, and I'm still not sure that I've ever seen the ending. Like every time I'm like, did I miss the ending the previous time?
Yeah.
So like I love this movie, and I'm glad that I was forced to rewatch it yet again. And you're right, it'll be an annual watch for me for
That
sure.
skeleton.
Oh my God, the skeleton sitting in the crowd.
And then at the end too, like just hanging out there with the fucking.
Is that the Halloween 3 skeleton? Is that this guy back here that I have behind me?
It has to be close because it's classic skeleton.
Yeah, it's like a classic Don Post or that mask. I don't know.
There was
it could be the Halloween 3 mask.
An article I read about this film before I got a chance to see it, just a review of sorts, and the way that the special effects were mentioned were someone defined them as being lo-fi. And I was like, that is such a fantastic way to articulate really what the effects in this are.
Yeah.
So I love that, the lo-fi-ness to the effects, but I also really, really enjoyed the kind of the prompt of why this fits our prompt. You think of movies like Rosemary's Baby, right? Which you have this concept where you got this guy who's willing to sell his soul to have a successful career at the expense of his wife having the devil's baby.
Yeah.
Pretty much, right? Which is really absurd when you classify it that way. You know, interpretations of this film, it's like, hey, was the same thing done here? And here, like Rosemary's Baby, you see it from her perspective. Here, you see it from his.
Yes.
Which is even like, it's horrible everywhere, but like this movie is pretty heavy. Like it feels, it's emotionally, like there's a tenderness to it.
It hits for sure.
Where it hits. There's a lot of emotion here. So,
and you see his trajectory through the movie where you almost see that he's starting to realize what he did, you know, throughout, and he's starting to see the repercussions. And his demeanor changes towards the end where you can kind of like see he's like freaked out, you know what I mean? Where at the beginning he's all happy and bubbly, right? And then by the end, he's like, he knows, like, fuck, I'm fucked. You know what I mean? Like, this is going to go really, really bad, you know? So, yeah.
I do like that the what's the fucking character, the old guy that's like trying to debunk everything. That was a real guy that like back in like the 80s that was like, what the fuck was that guy's name?
Yeah.
But he would go on talk shows and he would just be like, he would pull everything and just say, this is fake, this is fake. Like that was a real, based off a real person.
And I think he also had, the guy in the movie had like the thing where he like had a check or whatever. I think the real guy did that as well.
Did he?
Oh
my
like,
God. That's so ridiculous.
Like, if anybody can prove me wrong, I'll give you all this money. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I like how he pulls a check out at the end there. Like, you're here. No, here's the check.
Yeah. I know. Like that's going to help him. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah.
Now your eyeballs are soup, prick.
He dies the worst death. For sure.
He does. Yeah. There's actually a documentary about that guy, Justin.
Really?
Yeah. I forget where it's on. It might be on like Netflix or something, but it's all about that guy. It's really good, you know, about the real guy.
Hell yeah.
It's cool.
Gonna search.
That, by the way, not to take away from that, was my least favorite character. I fucking
I was
hate that guy.
He has to exist for the
him up,
movie
though.
to work, though.
No,
He's
he
gotta be
does.
there. Yeah.
No, I agree, but I feel like we could have had a better representation.
Do you mean the
guy's
acting?
the conflict.
The acting bothered you?
Yeah, I think he's the worst actor in the movie.
Yeah, he's a little overdramatic.
I hate to like nitpick and call someone a bad actor, but like
thanks for shitting on my
film-
pick. It's all good. I'm just kidding.
independent films like that can sometimes be overwrought with bad acting.
Sure.
And I feel like the acting in this was fucking really stellar throughout. He was the only like spot for me that was like, like that girl, the one that plays the girl. Like, fucking
Lily.
great job, dude.
Yeah, she's awesome. So creepy.
Mike, I'm going to take this a different route. I think that guy is a classically trained actor in his local theater community, and he's like the best guy in like fucking Boston or some shit.
Right.
This
And
is
they pulled him in.
100% correct.
They pulled him in, and they're like,
I'm
"Hey,
trying to
would
get
you
to
be
you."
in this movie?"
Yeah.
And that's why he is kind of like so like it's too much.
That is
I
spot
could be
on.
wrong on that though.
That's
Yeah, no,
spot
I mean
on.
that is actually a great description.
If that guy's not been Hamlet, then I don't have eyeballs.
Because I think I think to your point, he plays more like a play actor than
Yeah.
And this movie, it like
Amazing
gives you the
pick.
runway to have that kind of quality to it. So
Hell yeah.
great pick, dude. Justin,
Amazing pick.
where
Yeah,
you heading
love this
next,
movie.
buddy?
All right, we're switching over to 2015. Wouldst thou like to live deliciously? The movie is The Witch. I don't know why I said it like that. I apologize. It is a
That's how
scary
she
movie,
says it.
though, contrary to what the dumb voice I just did. A Puritan family banished from their colony, like we are kind of talking about, actually. We were making parallels with the movie earlier. Battles isolation, fear, and temptation as something unholy lurks in the woods. Okay, Anya Taylor-Joy. She's amazing in this. This was like,
Man,
I don't know if this is one of the first things we all saw her in. I know she's like been acting for a very long time, but this was her first like
I think
lead
for
in
me,
my
yeah.
eyes where I was
Yeah, it was like her
holy
breakout role for
yeah.
sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So I thought that was just me. So she's like, you're watching this, you're like, man, she's gonna be huge. This is so good. But there's a lot of really fucked up things in this movie.
Hmm.
I remember seeing it for the first one or even maybe 2 times, and I thought to myself, is there really even anything going on in the woods? Is this the family going there and, you know, the typical they've been exiled and they're starting to just lose it. And also
Is the crow just hungry?
is the crow just hungry on the teat?
Yeah,
But then there's
teat.
also the thing with like there is a thing with like corn, and also like what was it? The the teat. The idea with like them like their corn and like going through hysteria and like hallucinating with that kind of stuff as well. So there's all sorts of different directions people have tried to pull this movie.
Like
But
the shit in the wheat.
Yes,
Yeah.
that
Yeah, there's that's what I heard, that there was
That's
like
it.
the
Sorry,
corn
yeah.
was contaminated or something like that.
right.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I do feel like there is a witch. There are witches out there, and like when you see that baby scene, it's like
Mm.
you're like, holy shit! Like the baby I don't know what you want to call it, the baby churning scene, but it's like farm to table gone a little too far kind of thing. It's pretty fucked up. But it's like there's a lot of fucked up stuff in this movie, but my favorite thing really is like Black Phillip is
Hmm.
so scary at the end.
Dude.
Those
The
little
end?
kids. Yeah. But yeah, amazing movie, off-putting, and really makes you kind of like think about like the idea of family, what it would be like back then, having to, you know, like she's basically taught the parents are basically talking about like getting rid of Anya Taylor-Joy to make money, and then also like move on from her because they think she's a witch.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fucked up stuff, but the way it's shot, is it Robert Eggers, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it
Okay,
is.
Robert
Yeah.
Eggers, like
Yeah.
there's no way you could have seen that movie and then walked away and thought to yourself, this guy's gonna like he's gonna do some more really awesome stuff. And he
Mhm.
did and has. So
Oh man.
pretty cool. I think we all like it, I'm assuming, but have at it.
So this for me is like a prime meridian of like pre and post this movie. Honestly, of like horror that I liked before this movie and horror that I liked after. Because when I first saw this movie, I saw it in the theater and did not like it at all. And I think I went in. You've kind of spoken on this too, Mike.
Yeah,
I went in with a totally different mindset of what this movie was going to be
I did too.
based on trailers. Went in there and was like, this is not for me. This is absolutely not my thing. Left there like I didn't really care about the movie at all. I fucking love this movie now. Like love it. And it's the same thing with like Eggers, Ari Aster. This was all stuff that I had to grow into.
Yeah.
Because I always went into horror for fun and for kind of a break from seriousness, a little bit of levity. Not that horror is funny, but it's a break from serious shit that you're, you know, normally taking in. So all those movies that I just spoke on, like Midsummer, Hereditary, those were all movies I did not like at first and that I love now. So this movie was the first one of that for me. And I'm glad that I've turned the fucking page. Dude, to your point, Justin, the imagery, the fact that you're still, even after like 4 watches, not quite sure what's real and what you saw, and the way that it all unfolds, like the scene with the boy and the beautiful witch and how she lures him in with, you know, it's just like every scene and everything that happens is so purposeful and so impactful. In the way that the father, like you're never quite sure what the fuck he's saying.
He's
And
that,
the mom
that dude
is
is an
insane.
incredible actor, but yeah.
It's just everything about that movie is to me perfect. And I can't believe that there was ever a Jamie that hated that movie, you know?
Right.
So
Man.
that's really all I have to say about that is this movie really exhibits growth for me as a viewer.
This movie is
It's beautiful.
it's not
Thanks for sharing.
deliberate and fast paced, right?
Back
Like
scratch for you.
it doesn't feel super deliberate, doesn't feel super fast paced. It has an ambiguity about it. It's so much of this movie's feel, right? Like the way it looks, the way it feels, the way the characters feel, you start to feel, and you also start to wonder. So I do love the nature of not too dissimilar. These are not feeling wise, you know, like The Village or whatever that M. Night
Mhm.
movie is.
Yeah.
It tonally, it had also a kind of thing of like, are they right in what they're feeling? Am I right? Like I know more as an adult than they do as adults because I am like hundreds of years beyond where they're currently supposed to be.
Yeah.
So like I should actually be dad in this situation, but like I'm along for the ride. Like I'm no authority here because like, is there something sinister happening? So that's what I love about this is it like forces you, because you didn't live in that time, you didn't experience that. it forces you to be like, well, yeah, no, I know what I know now, but like, I don't know what they knew then.
Sure. Yeah.
So that element, I think, is just, it's a good recipe for making a film that doesn't have like a punchline or a like, hey, that's why it's scary, or that's why it's funny, or that's why, like, and that's part of what makes Robert Eggers such a great director, is he's not the on the nose, like very specific. It's tone, it's style, it's feeling, it's vibe, and this movie crushes the shit out of that.
Yeah.
I have an interesting experience. When I saw this in theaters, I went with two friends that are very kind of simple in their taste of like horror movies and movies in general.
I thought you were going to say very simple, and I was like, oh, shit, Mike.
No.
Do they
I just-
listen to the podcast?
No. And we went into it. I kind of knew where this was going. You know what I mean? I kind of knew this was going to be a slow burn, sort of like an artsy kind of feel.
Yep.
And sitting with them, it was just an awful experience because they were just complaining the whole time. And what the fuck is this movie? They were really upset, you know? So I didn't really get to enjoy it very much in the theaters because it was just dealing with the guilt of bringing them, you know? But watching this after that experience, I definitely appreciate it more. You know what I mean? It's definitely, there's a lot of unanswered things at the beginning that it's kind of hard to put your finger on of what's happening and what's not happening and that kind of stuff. But it's kind of cool when you walk out of that film and you're still sort of scratching your head trying to figure out. Yeah, you got to think. And sometimes those are the movies that are good, you know, because you are thinking and you are sort of figuring things out and sort of kind of leaving it up to your imagination and stuff. And I appreciate that. You know, it's cool. This is not a rewatchable movie for me. I'm not going to go back and watch this a ton of times, but it's definitely a movie I'm glad I saw. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's cool. Yeah, it's definitely cool. And Eggers is amazing filmmaker. His shots and visuals are so cool. You know what I mean? But
For sure.
this is, I don't know if you mentioned it, just but this is Eyes of Fire, like remade, basically.
Dude.
If you think about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
You said it earlier. I was like, God damn it, Mike's so
It kind of is. If you think about it, it's the same story, basically.
Really is.
Exiled family, and they're trying to fend on their
100%.
own. And
Only
weird
difference
shit's
is like
happening
hot
to 'em.
witches, naked witches floating up at the end.
We just need white creatures running across the screen and flashes and
Flashes and
explosions.
shit. No
Where's the
big deal.
fire?
Yeah.
Why are there no faces carved into these trees?
Yes,
Let's get
and the
the
face-
remedy.
What's going on
Yeah, come
here?
on.
Oh my gosh.
Do you
yes.
guys agree
Oh.
with like what she does though at the end, giving herself up? I mean, like, what choice do you have at that point? You know,
You just
If
want to
you-
go right
you
to
go-
spoil the fuck out of the end there, bud?
I guess. Yeah.
what are we here for? It's
came
fucking
out
harvest.
2017 or some shit. It's fine.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
But she can't go back to the town by herself.
No.
Like
yeah.
my
No, not at
family was
this
killed
point.
Well, yeah,
by-
what are you going to
Yeah, right.
No, you can't, like,
All right, I'm a witch now. All right. Like
True.
that's it.
Yeah.
room for one, please?
It's a heavy ending, man.
Yeah, you derobe and you just get up into that floating business and you just figure it out.
She's
Justin,
gonna
you're really
climb-
lingering on this floating witch thing.
I'm just saying, if they were to accept me, I would do the same thing. Let's go.
She's going to
Derailed.
clim into a tree and just be a tree face.
There you go.
Witch,
Dude,
you
and
know?
yeah.
Painted in white.
The hand, I
running
will
around.
say, like the Little Red Riding Hood kind of thing, where like it's the hot witch and she's got the red robe,
Back to this.
but then her hand turns into that scary,
Ooh, yeah.
terrifying thing. Like that's terrible.
Oh, it's well done, dude. It's
Yeah.
just to your point, Mike. Just Eggers is a great fucking filmmaker.
He
This
is.
a
He's
great pick.
amazing.
He's so
Mhm.
good.
Really, really.
What
good,
if The
yeah.
Witch is a prequel to Eyes of Fire?
That would rip. That would be very cool.
No, I want nothing
Just
to do
throwing
with
it out there.
I'd
Maybe
be
it
really
is.
bummed out if that was the
Yeah.
case, actually.
You
Imagine
guys need to
Eggers
have a full episode
Came
on
out and
this.
he's like, I just want to admit that this is actually a prequel to Eyes of Fire.
Just so you know, the
Yeah.
writer of this movie is my grandfather.
Yeah, exactly. Could you imagine? Oh my gosh.
The next movie is going to be called Eyes of Eggers. It's going to be really good. All right, Mike, your last pick, dude.
My last pick is, to me, it's a banger.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about 1995's Halloween 6, specifically the producer's cut.
Dude. Did not know
So-
this existed, by the way, until
Same.
your podcast did a focused episode specifically on it in the early days.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
way early days.
That's true, because I always tell the story back in the day. I'm sure you guys have heard that there was like a copy going around called Halloween 666, and
Yeah,
it was basically the producer's cut, but it was all the rough cuts. Like, it was kind of cool. I still have it, but Matt took it from me and like didn't give it to me for like 8 years. Like, it was just like in limbo, and he finally gave it back to me. But that cut was so cool, because I don't know about you guys, when I saw Halloween 6, I was like, what the fuck did I just see? This movie, it's great. It's great. You know, I do love it, and I love the fact that we get the band, what's his fucking brain just went blank. We get the song that everybody loves in the theatrical cut.
Oh,
Brother Kane.
Brother Kane, yes.
Oh,
mm-hmm.
yeah.
And Fools Shine On, or and Fools.
Yeah.
I love it, but the movie just does not make sense. And you hear all the stories about the fact that the Weinsteins got involved and like cut the shit out of it. And we're like, we got to reshoot all this stuff. And I want you to change the end. And poor Daniel Ferranz, who wrote the original screenplay, you know what I mean? He had such a cool vision and they just fucked him. You know what I mean? It was like awful. They were doing shit behind his back and awful stuff. The producer's cut is the closest we get to his original screenplay, which I own, by the way. Daniel Ferranz, when we had him on, he actually emailed me his original screenplay for Halloween 6, which is way different.
That's
And
so
I swear to God, you talk about the name of your episode, Love Letter to Fall. This fucking screenplay is a love letter to Halloween. It's like, it's so good. Like, I'll have to send you guys a copy.
That's amazing.
It almost makes you sad because you read it and you're like, you see how passionate he was for the franchise, but you also see like what the movie could have been. You know what I mean? And it's like,
Damn.
it's so good. Like, it's so good. But anyway, the producer's cut is the closest we get to that. And the reason why I put it on this list is because obviously we have a whole deep cut into like this thing with Michael Myers and the Man in Black and this sort of like pagan ritual of, you know, they're trying to recreate Michael Myers as like a baby, and they're going to like continue his legacy of killing people for this pagan ritual by, you know, creating this kind of new offspring and stuff. But
Cult of Thorn.
The Cult of Thorn. But I don't know about you guys. I just like, I love both versions, but the producer's cut to me is more in line of what the original Halloween was. Just to have, you know, Alan Howarth's soundtrack in the producer's cut is like just creepier, and it's more kind of like the piano based kind of thing. And it's just got this feel to it. There's more sort of like homages to the original too, with Marion Hagen, you know, playing almost like Laurie Strode's character. You know what I mean? Like it's just got like a creepier feel. It's just got like the slower pace. It's not as gory. There's just something about it that just has a sort of like haunting feel that I just love. You know what I mean? It's just so good. So I don't know. What do you guys think of this one as opposed to the theatrical?
That's the best point, Mike, is like back to the producer's cut, back to the Halloween franchise in general. Like, it's like 3 words for me. It's slow, it's weird, and it's spooky.
Yeah.
You know, like that's what that one brings to the table, and it just like reconnects to
Slow,
Halloween.
weird, spooky.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
That's it. Like, it's just slow, like, and it's just on brand. And I think that's why I enjoyed that watching this. I haven't seen it before, so that this was really cool to actually to check out.
But you've seen the theatrical?
The theatrical multiple times. But
Okay, but you've never seen the producer's
first
cut.
time. First time.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I actually
I'm
brought
excited.
so
John brought
after I listened to that episode that you and Maddie did,
Yeah.
I remember buying it on Blu-ray. It was probably like 2020, right? I remember actually exactly what I was doing. My basement had flooded
Oh shit.
in like 2019 in
And
the
there was
fall.
a thorn symbol when you got rid of the water.
And then I scraped away, I squeegeed the water away, and there was a thorn symbol. But no, I was listening to that episode that you guys did when I was cleaning up down here. Because I remember I had like 2-3 days I was down here with bleach like crazy, right? Immediately, I went on to Amazon, I bought it.
Yeah.
It came, I watched it, and I was like, wow. I
Different
didn't
movie.
even know it existed. Like,
I know.
I think I had bought it and let you borrow it before this.
oh, and I probably was like, dude, really cool. Didn't watch it.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing this with me.
Right. That's messed up.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Because
Dude, thank you
it's
so
because
much.
of this your guys' podcast that I constantly was trying to get John to listen to. And I was like, no, the producer's cut. The Alone in the Dark guys won't quit talking about it. And he was like, all right, well, just leave me alone about this Alone in the Dark. Because he
My
was all
basement
big
just
on
flooded. Fuck off.
he was all big on the X-Files podcast at the time.
Oh,
That's
okay.
all he would
That's,
listen to. And I was
that's
like,
all he was like.
I was like,
X-Files
X-Files
only.
is cool, but like Alone in the Dark. And finally, once he got on the train, he was like,
Dude, have you heard of Alone in the Dark?
Shut the fuck up. I've been telling you to get this producer's cut, you idiot. You have to hear it from the horse's mouth directly. Fuck you.
Yeah. But
It's
so it's not even a negative, but the only comment I would have about like looking at these two films side by side.
Mhm.
And it wasn't until, in fact, we just had a guy named Andrew Grievous on the show a couple weeks ago, and he just did a whole like oral history narrative interview style book on
Yeah,
the
I
Halloween
listened to that
franchise.
episode. It was good.
Yeah, dude, he did such a great job. And I believe, I don't want to misquote, but I think he said his favorite interview that he had was with the director of this movie.
Oh, yeah,
And
he loved talking
Joe
about this one.
Chappelle?
Yeah.
yeah, and I think
Joe
I
Chappelle,
think
yeah.
I think he said that the very similar sentiment, like the dude finally got a shot to do his dream job,
Yeah.
his dream project, right? And then much like when we talked to with Friday the 13th, Adam Marcus,
Mm.
who was like, yeah, same deal. Like I got to sit down in the seat and I'm like, great, I have the movie I've always wanted to do, and I'm gonna make the movie I want. And then you sit down and then you're like, oh wait, other people have to weigh in on this.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, it gets dissected and bastardized
Mm.
into, you know, what's made and what happens. And there was just this really prominent sentiment about how like saddening that was, I think, for him in his career with this, which is such a bummer to hear about. But it to me is a bummer that the theatrical version is the one that got the love and care on the editing,
Right.
on the production design, like all of that, right?
Yeah.
And then it's like, cool, we can do a producer's cut, fantastic. Like let's make this happen. But it's like, all right, you get like probably 1/50th of the resources to bring that to life. So it would just
Yeah.
be so nice to have that version with the same resources. So you can kind of feel it a little bit, I guess is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
That it feels a little more incomplete just because it didn't have the resources that the original intended did.
Sure.
Does anyone feel like Paul Rudd's acting in this one is even more weird than the theatrical cut? Because he dug a little deeper.
Get a doctor now!
And it turns
Get me a
out that was
doctor
his
now!
first role before Clueless.
Yeah. He found
Yeah.
out he got.
And Mike,
During
was it
this.
1990? What's the year?
This movie is 95.
95. So right before Clueless.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, he's so rigid and robotic and strange. You're like, is he bad? Is he good? What's going on here?
No, he doesn't know.
Yeah.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know like the character he's supposed to be.
I love him.
But good for him, man. He turned
No,
out
I
great.
love him too. He's so strange in this movie, though. You're right.
Very
He's
strange.
just wacky. I
baby.
think his acting choices, yeah, it's bizarre. But I don't know. For me, this whole Thorn trilogy is like, these
Yeah.
are the most rewatchable Halloween movies. I was just talking to Matt about this before, actually. And, you know, because we were talking about Fear Fest and what, you know, like 3 was on and 2 was on. And I watched 1 and, you know, the people are going to yell at me, but like I can watch Halloween 1 once every October and I'm good. Like I don't need to watch it again. But 4, 5, and 6, like I could watch like
Repeat.
like just if it's on TV, I have to watch it and I'm good. You know what I mean? Like I'm so excited to check it out. And 6 especially, I watch the producer's cut on my outdoor screen. I'm gonna watch the theatrical. Like I'll probably watch it again. You know, people shit on 5, but the fact that 5 is like right smack dab in between 4 and 6, which I love, I can deal with 5. Like I really can. It's just like fun for me. You know what I mean? Like even though
Dude,
it's not great, but the Tower Farm, you know, you got all this
I do
fun
not
stuff.
disagree at all. And for the same reason that it's like you can only have like one fillet a month, but simultaneously you can eat like 75 Funyuns in one sitting.
Right.
It's not like it's the same thing.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it's like the one that you care most about, like you have a ritual and a process around. And it's not that like I love all these movies. I love the worst of them and the best of them, but
Right.
even the worst is still something that's the best in the pantheon of all film for me, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
So to put it that way, no, I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that at all, man.
Yeah. It's good. But like I said, the producer's cut, especially, I've grown, you know, I like both versions, but the producer's cut, I just see what Daniel Ferran's vision was. I see what he was trying to do. And I like so appreciate him, you know?
Yeah.
So I'll have to get you guys that screenplay because you're going to just be like, oh my God.
yeah.
Like you're going to be like, this is unbelievable. It's so good. It's
Very
really
cool that you have it.
Very,
yeah.
it's
incredible,
close
dude.
to the producer's cut, but there's so much more in there that's just captures the feel of the original Halloween and just fall in general and just Halloween. It's super special, you know?
I already feel like this one captures fall almost better than
Dude,
all
it
the others.
does.
I mean,
Yeah.
when even when Paul Rudd's walking through like the little like Halloween party, like
God.
before what's his face gets murdered, that you're gonna go as for Halloween.
Barry Sims. Yeah.
Barry, yeah. It's like that feels so good. I want to be there. That
I
looks
know.
awesome.
Dude, I know.
That feels
It's raining
so
red.
good. I want to.
Does.
I just want to open my trench coat.
This is probably right before.
Have my Halloween box.
This is like right
Jamie,
before.
I'm so excited. You got to be Barry Sims this year.
Well, now,
please.
now it,
Yeah.
No, now
Now
that it's
you
out
kinda
there,
have to.
Yeah, you kind of effed yourself here.
I'm
But
gonna work on my mustache right now.
Yeah. Start growing it tomorrow.
I can feel it budding up.
Well, if you fall asleep here tonight, we'll take care of that for you. It just won't ever come off again.
That's fine.
All right, Justin, your last
Bring us
pick,
home,
dude.
baby.
All
Bring us
right,
home.
we're moving on from Loomis getting plastic surgery. Here we go.
Serenade us.
Not dead, just very much retired.
Sorry,
Okay.
go ahead, Justin.
All right, 1973.
Wait, 1 second.
Go.
The fact that fucking Loomis sits at his house, writing with a
wouldn't let it
ballpoint
go.
pen, listening to fucking Barry Sims
Yeah.
is mind blowing to me.
Well, that
Right.
and also his friends like, hey, just unretire, bud. You're good. Come on back
Yeah,
in. Let's
yeah.
do this. It's ridiculous.
but
And
he
come
sits
on.
listening to fucking Barry Sims. It's like my
Yeah.
dad sitting and listening to Howard Stern. Which
It
would
makes
never
no
fucking
sense.
happen.
Yeah, yeah.
Barry Sims. Damn
And the
it.
fact that he breaks into the Myers house and this
Yeah.
false, the thing,
That's
like freaks
mine.
out.
Oh, this is where we need Maddie.
I know,
So
Maddie,
good.
please. Yeah.
That video is actually amazing. I've watched a couple of him do that.
This
It's really good.
lost, this thing.
Oh my God.
All right, Justin,
Okay,
last movie. Sorry,
All
man.
right, 1973, everybody. The Wicker Man. Not to be confused with a different movie, The Wicker Man, that came out later on.
Yeah, this is the good one, the one with
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage you're
Yeah,
talking about.
But the
right.
Nicolas Cage
Yeah.
one is a remake of this one, sort of, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
kind
yeah,
of
yeah.
is,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
The
it's like
bees,
loosely.
not the bees. But yeah, so basically, in this movie's old, and they had to get permission to film this because they needed to do a lot of research to acquire, I guess, the right information to make this seem believable. But there's this really calm, devout police officer. And he travels to a remote Scottish island to investigate this missing girl, and he finds like a cheerful pagan _pagan, bold pagan,
Good old cheerful pagan.
cheerful pagan community preparing for a ritual
A
sacrifice.
good band name.
Mhm.
And it's just
Yeah.
weird
Cheerful
'cause
pagan, yeah.
he flies in, and like as soon as he gets there, you're like, this isn't right. They're like, they don't even want to like let him in. You know, he's
Mm.
just like he lands.
It's private.
Um,
It's a private community.
Yeah, but I mean, like the movie's got some really cool actors in it. I think everyone knows the main cult leader. I can't remember the name of him in the
Lord
actual movie.
Summer
That's Summer Style or
Summer
something.
style.
That's something along that lines.
Yeah.
That's Saruman from Lord of the Rings,
Oh yeah, dude, you got Ed Woodward, Christopher Lee.
and then
Christopher
also
Lee.
Ed
Yeah.
Woodward, who is he was in Hot Fuzz.
Well, yeah.
Old guy in Hot Fuzz, really fantastic.
Most prominent notable film, Hot Fuzz.
Yeah, that movie's
Yeah, right.
amazing. All right,
Fuck Wicker Man.
but I don't know. I think the fact about this movie that I really can't like still shake is the fact that he goes there to try and investigate disappearance, a girl that he thinks is like gonna be, you know, like some sort of sacrifice or a ritual, but it turns out he is the ritual the whole
Right.
time.
Yes.
He's the one that's gonna get sacrificed.
Mm.
And they
Yeah.
sort of
So-
lured him there, right?
Yeah, and he's such a
Yeah.
perfect like nerd. He is a nerd, but he's like that the lady in the hotel is like dancing the whole night. She's trying to call him over, trying to get him to come into the room, and he's like, "Nope, I'm good."
Lawn at the walls.
She's
while he's-
literally
yeah.
clawing at the walls. She's twerking. They don't even know what twerking is at this time yet. Like she's Scottish twerking.
bagpipe twerking. Yeah.
She's bagpipe twerking. But even like the song that the kids are singing, like the people are singing the whole movie.
Yes.
It's awesome. Like I can't imagine. Like for me, when I watch this, I think about Midsummer, and I'm like, this is
Yeah.
also a
Yeah,
precursor
yeah.
to Midsummer.
Oh well, this is definitely an influence from
you
Midsummer.
it has to be right. We're just
Has
talking
to,
about a
yes.
couple like influences for movies. Like
Totally.
it's the same feeling. You're going somewhere and you're unfamiliar with it. Everyone's seemingly very happy
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
but
called
it turns out
Summer Isle.
to be a
right?
fucking cult, and they're just gonna sacrifice you and burn you with a bunch of cute little animals and a giant wooden man.
Yeah, and it's another daylight horror.
Oh,
Daylight. Yeah, good
dude.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to Mike's point. Yeah.
Mhm. It is. I heard a cool theory about this movie, and it was really
Oh, go.
interesting. I don't know if you ever heard the theory about Jaws and how it's really a movie about people sort of like, not that the shark is the bad person, but all the people are the bad people because they're like invading the shark's territory basically. And like, it's really, you know what I mean? It's like, if
I'm
you
on
look
board.
at it,
I mean,
Yeah.
he's just doing what he should be doing.
yeah,
right?
that's
his
what his
nature.
nature is, right?
Yeah.
So I heard a theory about this that Sergeant Howie, I guess, is that his name, Howie? He's basically like interfering
Neil Howie.
with their whole thing. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know, they lured him in, but like basically like he
Whoa.
shouldn't be messing around and like searching around their area because they have their island and their own rituals and stuff, and he's like interfering, and it's like his own damn fault. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Basically, that he was kind
Don't
of
insert
messing with.
yourself in that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, just stay away. You know what I mean? Like, why are you fucking with it? You know what I mean?
Like, do you remember in the movie The Burbs when Corey Feldman's with his
Perfect. I know what you're
girlfriend
gonna say.
Yeah.
and she's like, I'm gonna go to a movie. He's like, movies? movies are the same as
Yeah.
television. This is
Right.
all you need for entertainment.
Yes.
So he's doing the rundown of everybody, and he points at Tom
Yes.
Hanks's character, and yeah, and he's like, "See, yeah, so that's Mr. Peterson, and he's like really afraid that if he learns too much about what's happening around here, that he's basically like he doesn't want to believe his neighbors are up to something strange, because if they are, then he has to deal with it."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is his
Yeah.
explanation.
Would rather live just completely blind to it.
Right.
There's an element of that here
There
to kind of
is.
what you just said,
Yeah.
but also similarly, which is a little bit of the antithesis of the point I just made, it is also interesting that he is caught so flat-footed and so blindsided because he thinks he has it so figured out,
Oh yeah.
and he's so confident in his own thing, and he's like, well, I'm not a part of this equation, I'm just observing. And then
Yeah.
then it's like, no,
Yeah.
motherfucker,
No.
you are the equation.
You are. Yeah, that's it. You're the answer.
And the fact that he's that point of vulnerability and he was so blind to it the entire time just says something, right? Like he falls into it, and he just falls directly into the trap because he's too myopic in terms of how he views the world.
Yeah.
It's so true. Yeah, it's so true. It's great. I love the quote, "Oh God, oh Jesus Christ, he is dead. He will be reborn in the flames."
Yeah.
Like there's so many creepy like kind of things. Yeah. And I love this like ritual for like the harvest and the fertility. You guys are talking about the harvest, this whole theme of the podcast of like, kind of cults and the harvest. This movie is like right on the nose of that. You know what I mean? Which is
They haven't had apples in like years and shit.
right. Yeah. It's crazy that this is what they're doing. I kind of believe that like shit like this goes on in like weird remote places. You know what I mean? Like
Does.
Yeah.
Let's not ever go there. But
Yeah.
let's meet.
Justin's
meet in
been
Salem.
there. He's
No,
been
there's
to the
rituals
place.
and shit,
Yeah,
right?
right.
But it is so interesting to think about like how our main character, he's like the person who, when you find out that that's your friend's dad, you're like, dude, why aren't you boring? Like your dad is so fucking boring. Like
Yeah.
he probably eats the same meal the same day of the week. His whole has had the same comb, and the moment it breaks, he gets a replacement comb. Like he's just that like really boring, I've got it all figured out kind of personality.
Mm-hmm.
And he enters an environment where they also have it kind of all figured out. It's just that it's not boring necessarily,
Right.
but it's interesting to see how like that just clashes so hard, because he comes into a place that has like a system and a process, which is not dissimilar from how he lives his life. It just is dissimilar in the way that
Oh,
it's
wow.
being lived, right? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
so the irony there, I think is like pretty powerful. That's why this movie, even watching through it, I'm like, man, this movie's like smart as hell. And then I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, do I write a research paper like of my fucking self?
You could. Yeah.
But you could, like this
yeah.
type of movie, you could.
Well, Justin, you said it before. Ari Aster was heavily influenced by this movie. It's like it's so
Oh, from
obvious. You know what I mean?
Insomnia,
For
Yeah,
sure.
totally,
Wow.
totally. And that's kind of cool. It's kind of like speaks highly of it. Thinking that he was so influenced by this kind of concept of this remote community and the rituals that they have going on. You know what I mean? It's it's kind of freaky to think about, but yeah,
Nailed
it's a
it.
good pick.
Great pick.
Does anyone else think, we can stop after this, Jamie? I want to hear what you have to say real quick too. Does anybody else think when he crawls out of the cave at the end, does anybody else feel like they could have gotten away if that was you? I feel like I could have fucking gotten away, man.
Right.
Not into the sea, clearly.
But
Because I was gonna say,
dude,
yeah,
this
was
just
he gonna swim?
reinforces what I just said, which is
You're
that
right.
like he can't take a risk.
You can't.
You're
You're right.
He's
Oh my
so
God.
averse to. It's like
yes.
the solution to all of this exists. Like the solution to everyone's.
I can't wait to tell my girlfriend. She's gonna love that.
Dude, it's seriously though. Like that is the story that's being told here. Is like everyone's so unable to kind of like
Yeah.
just look
You nailed
a
it.
little further down the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's unable to see what's right beneath his nose the entire fucking time, this guy.
No,
You know?
and does that mean that he's just that stupid? Do we not feel,
I
like
think to
bad
John's
for him?
point, I don't think he's stupid. I think he's just so locked in
He thinks
to
he's
what
he's
he knows.
smarter
Like,
than
yeah,
the
exactly.
rest. Yeah.
He thinks he knows it all, and he thinks that this is like he doesn't even think that what's going on is a possibility, because in his mind that's an impossibility. You know?
Right.
Really good point, Jamie.
Mhm.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm done. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, that's actually like really good way to put it.
Great prompt. Did you guys have fun with this?
So much
Yeah.
fun. What a blast.
Super cool.
I know I did. I've been peeling an ear of corn under the table here this entire episode. So.
He
Is that
has
what that noise
little
was?
corn dolls he made of all of us.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I
a
use
deal.
the hairs to like,
That's
make a little
freaky.
hair doll.
yeah.
It fell out of your head that way.
Yeah, like
Oh,
Jason
that's
Schwartzman.
slackers.
Slackers.
Just
It's
fell out of
like
your hair that
fucking
way.
hair doll. No, it fell out of your hair that way.
Oh, Angela.
Or it's like Kramer on Seinfeld where he makes like the pasta statues of everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
Dude, there we go. That's what
Yeah,
James is working on
That's
underneath
it.
the
These
table.
little corn figures. of
corn
me.
dolls.
Yeah, totally.
All right, Mike, we're gonna do a fake goodbye. Don't actually hang up.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, we've got like 300 and maybe 270 days till we need to pick our next topic. So let's just keep thinking about what we're gonna do next year.
Let's be serious.
I prepped a lot of discussion around part 6s of within the horror world because I thought this was Love Letter to Fall Part 6, but apparently it's not. So
Just got one more year to wait.
a lot of great content for next year.
Yeah,
There you
save
go.
those notes.
Yeah.
John, isn't this your podcast? Like,
Yeah, apparently that's what everyone said today. Like, what? God damn.
Well, do you have any part 5s that pop off? So Friday part 5 is one we all love.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a.
I mentioned Halloween 5 tonight.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Which
He did.
by the way, I fucking love Halloween 5.
It's great.
It's fun. It's
Yeah.
on in the background right now.
Yeah.
It's good.
Oh my
It's
God.
good
It
fun.
is. That's awesome.
The Tower
Friday
Farm.
part
Come on.
5, not very good.
What about
Not the worst.
Leprechaun Part 5? What do you think's happening there?
God, which one
Is
is
that,
that?
that's in space.
It
I
is
don't
in
think
space.
is
yeah.
that the space one? I don't think I've
I
ever
think-
seen that one, to be
Because
honest.
But
3
you-
is
you-
Vegas.
You shouldn't be. All that happens is he just gets
3
ejected
is
into
Vegas.
the atmosphere and he just
That's it?
explodes.
Yeah, that's
that-
well. There
that's
you
the
go.
end.
That's all I need to know.
3's Vegas. 3 rocks. I remember watching
Cool.
that as a kid and thinking, I want to gamble so bad now.
Leprechaun.
I can have everything that I want and need.
See,
I'm
they
still
should
trying to
just
show
in
that
all
movie to
those
Joey.
gambling ads that are out now, they should just put Leprechaun in the ads,
There
and
you
all
go.
the kids would gamble. You know.
Leprechaun 5 is Leprechaun in the Hood.
Is
Oh,
4
see?
space? Tell us now, please.
Leprechaun in Space is 4. Yeah.
All right. Anyways, 3 in Vegas. It's the one, guys.
There you
Scream
go.
5?
Awesome.
Yes, 5. There's some stuff out there, but there are better 6s. And you'll hear about it in about 365 days or
There
so.
you go. John's prepared.
Probably 362.
Mike, before we wrap, dude, where can people find Alone in the Dark? What's your next podcast episode? Anything you want to plug related to what you individually or you guys as a podcast are working on?
Sure. We're Alone in the Dark podcast. You can find us on Instagram and on Facebook. And also we have a YouTube channel. And we have a couple of things coming up left over. We're doing Tricks or Treats, which is our podcast, like I mentioned before, where we watch 5 movies centered around Halloween and we say it's a trick or treat. We're also going to do Idle Hands, which is like
Yeah,
a single
dude.
movie, which is kind of fun. It's going to be interesting discussion.
Whoa.
And
Around the Offspring.
yeah. And then we're kind of ending the month with kind of a fun thing. And I'd love to promote it is we just talked about it on October 28th, I think at 8 p.m. We're going to do a live on YouTube podcast on Halloween 6. So it's going to be one of those call-in shows. So if people message us on Instagram or send us an email, you can get on the list to call in. And you guys were nice enough to join one last year when we had our Halloween Ends episode.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that at the end of the month, which is going to be super fun, talking all about Halloween 6. So maybe Justin, you can jump on if you
Mike,
want
how long do you get to talk if you call in?
Yeah, I don't know how, you know,
Is there a limit?
and I don't, we'll just try to keep it flowing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
okay. That's
the whole shit-
Do you have a
Yeah.
lot to say or something?
No, no, I just
Yeah, I
wanna
was
know-
gonna say,
I
like,
just want to
what's
know
up?
how I should prepare because I'm so excited over here.
No,
I'm
just,
tapping my
like
foot down
5,
here. You can't see.
5 to 8 minutes, let's just
Okay,
say, you know what I mean?
perfect. I'll do
Yeah, but
4.
it's going to be
Mike,
super
like,
fun.
is 40 minutes too long? Or?
Yeah.
Can
it's
I
like,
just do a
geez.
reservation for 50 people at
Yeah.
8 p.m., please? Yeah.
Justin's like, I'd like to reserve now
Let's
for
do it, please.
28.7 minutes, please. So yeah, so that's kind of what's happening with us, So yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, and these
Awesome.
the Alone in the Dark dudes also have a Patreon, much like we do. So if you're
Mhm.
caught up on all our content, all of their content, they have a bunch of bonus stuff, which is fantastic, and also you get insight to these type of events. So check
And
that
I
out.
totally
if you
forgot.
would.
Maddie's going to kill me if I don't mention this, but we have a lot going on in October. But we do this. We did this one episode called WDARK Hits of Halloween, which was a narrative podcast, and it was a story about Matt and I being DJs at a radio station. And, one of us dies basically in the end, and it's sort of like one of us killed the other person. So we're doing WDARK, the sequel, and that's going to be, we're working on it right now. It's like a heavy like editing production, you know, so we're going to release that this month as well. So there's a lot coming out from us, which I'm super psyched about. We do like mock commercials and John, you are going to be one of the voices on it, actually.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So John's going to be the station manager, and then our good friend Cammie from Las Vegas is going to play the new hot DJ that's being hired. So it's going to be a fun episode. Yeah, it's super cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, amazing stuff. But really appreciate, Mike, you joining us. Justin, as always.
Justin, nice to meet you, buddy.
You too, man. We're best buds now. I can't wait to see you next year in Salem. It's going to be
Let's get off that group text and we'll just text each other. Okay?
100%.
Dude, fuck these guys.
Let's ditch these losers.
Yeah. Get in, losers.
I'm kidding.
No, but this is great. So, Mike, enjoy Halloween with the fam. We're going to talk to you a million times between now and then, but thank you again for joining us. Justin, as always, thank you for joining us. And for those that are looking for more love in this season, there are 4 other episodes of Letter to Falls. So go back, check out the backlog. Plenty more.
There he is.
There it is.
Waiting for it.
There it is.
There it is.
Serenade.
With that, we're gonna log off now. So love you all.
I'm going to sleep.
Love you all.
You guys.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.